Dear Teapot, Dear Teapot, Dear Typod, Norbert Haug, John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media. tfodcast@gmail.com. Dear Teapot, Dear Teapot, Dear Typod, Norbert Haug, John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media. tfodcast@gmail.com. Dear Teapot, Dear Teapot, Dear Typod, Norbert Haug, John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media.
All right, let's hope we're live.
We are.
Are we?
Yes.
We're audible and everything. Everyone can hear us. In a leather jacket. Does the email work? Test the email.
Testing email.
Test the email.
It's the email. The email. What
Yeah.
the email?
All right. So, here we go. 9 minutes late. Not bad. Not
Not
bad.
not bad for us.
First thing I wanted to talk about was probably going to catch you a little bit off guard. Got some constructive criticism
Oh.
from some people I work with, which is good.
Al-
Hello,
already caught
voices
off guard.
person. Hello, Blanchy. Yeah, so got some feedback. One was from someone I work with who said that they want to see our screens a little bit bigger, like our faces bigger.
Why?
That was my question. Like, who the hell wants to really see us?
Not me.
Well, apparently the fans do. I say fans, don't know if they're fans,
It sucks for them.
but they definitely did watch, and they said, make yourselves bigger. So we'll discuss that afterwards, see if we want to do that.
It's funny because in our last debrief, we were talking about having a better overlay to share your screen, right?
Correct.
Which means we would have to be smaller for that.
Well, that would be a situational thing that, we would have to be a little bit smaller if we were going to share something. Agreed. Maybe make the ship a little smaller and both your spots a little bigger, but keep it centered. Fair enough. See that?
Not
That's
bad.
good constructive criticism.
That means more work for me, and I don't know if I like that though.
Well, we should try to outsource some of this stuff, because some of the things I was thinking of is making short little clips of our broadcasts, either the podcast or whatever, and have them poorly animated. So like little 4-minute clips that we could put out there and just have
Be
like
amazing.
really dumb animation for it.
That'd be amazing.
That would be fun. So
Yeah.
maybe we can find some struggling artist who would like to do some work for us, maybe even pay them a little bit. Wish I could do animation because I'd already be on it. Yeah, I know you would. Your artwork is actually going to be used tonight. Thank you very much, Blanchy, for sending that along. One of the greatest memes about us I've ever seen. I could try. You could try to do animation on a computer, voiceless person. I mean, I'm all for it if you want to try. Oh, the meme. Yes, the meme. Pretty proud because the other meme I had made of me was someone trying to be mad at me and telling me I sleep with my dog.
What?
Yeah, it was this girl. We called her Trashly. And she tried to accuse me of having sex with my dog. And I said, I'd be flattered because my dog's a 10 and you're a 3 in a sea of 9s. My friend Sean loved the "you're a 3 lost in a sea of 9s." Oh my God. Haha. Trashly. Yes. Voiceless person remembers Trashly. So, okay. So that was a little bit of the feedback. Some of the other things, some of the feedback I took all of it. Some of it is actionable. Some of it is, I just do not care. One of the things is that listening to the Twitch stream, like if you listen to the VOD, so someone was trying to listen to it in a car ride.
Yeah.
So not watching the video, just like listening to it. I do need to go back. This is my fault. I'm not good with the streaming yet and getting this stuff figured out. But trim out like the intro music, knock it down to like a minute. Instead of like sometimes we have it going for like 10 minutes. And I tried to explain that. That's so if people come into the room and we're not on yet, they at least know that we're about to come on. So we just have the music going and that stuff. But yeah, trim that down. That makes sense. Possibly split the clips up so they're not like big 3-hour chunks.
But it's a podcast.
It is, but that doesn't mean the YouTube videos can't be a little bit shorter and they can just listen to sections that they want to listen to.
It's true.
Yeah.
Can you do that through Twitch though? When we
yeah, I can edit all those clips.
Oh, okay.
And then you can just export those out to YouTube.
Okay.
So we can cut them down, trim them however we want to. We can do some of that stuff.
Not too bad.
So I like the length. That sounds dirty. But one of the things, that's what she said. One of the things that was said to me that I just don't care about is too many inside jokes. That ain't changing.
Like inside jokes between you and I, or
Yeah.
inside jokes with the podcast?
But see, the funny thing is, I think some of them are running jokes in the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's never going to change.
No, it can't.
And honestly, I don't mind our inside jokes between me, you, and people we know.
No, me neither.
Like, I don't really want to change that. I think that's part of what we do.
Yeah.
We like to make ourselves laugh and people that we know laugh. And if you stick around long enough, you'll get them.
I like inside jokes.
Still be funny.
Part of one someday.
And if they are funny, oh well. We're not going to be funny all 3 hours that we do this at a night. You know? If we hit 15% funny, I'm okay.
Well, maybe we can hit a higher percentage if we make our screens bigger.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
We could be funnier because people would be like, oh my God, they really are goofy looking when you see a nice picture of them.
Exactly.
Green screens. That's coming. I need a green
Yes.
screen. I don't want this background anymore. I want to
The only
have.
thing I have going is
Yeah. See,
that.
I kind of have stars right there. I kind of have stars on my wall. That picture right there is stars. You can
Yep.
also make your face cams bigger and crop the images displayed via OBS. As one of the official moderators, you will have to teach us the ways, because I just want my big dumb face.
Kevin, I've already taught you how to do that.
I'm not a smart man, Devin. I forget these things. So I think to close that out, what I take away from it is we got feedback.
We got feedback.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
We're not going to agree with every feedback we get, but
No.
the fact that we agreed with some of it is good.
Yeah, I think
The fact
that's
that we got any is good.
that's the thing. We got some.
Right.
Hold Alt and click the side square, make it smaller.
Yeah.
All right. I will do. I won't do that now. I will do that at some point though.
Blanchy, I already taught him how to do that too. That's the funny part.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. And I just went, that's great, Devin, and blasted right past it and didn't even listen probably because
And I'm going to critique right now, by the way, Kevin, and
Yeah.
that my webcam is not lined up with the
Okay,
border.
okay, let's do this live, folks. Let's do this live. Let's see what I can do here. Okay, whoa. So I'm doing this. You guys can't see it, but I'm doing this. So what do I need to do? I need to go like this.
I don't know because I can't see it.
I know, but you're about to. And then let's see if this is better, Devin.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Any better?
Yeah, but now it's not lined up with like the left and top.
Oh Lord. Okay.
What are you doing, Kevin?
I don't know. I'm trying.
Just stretch out. Just stretch out. You don't even have to move it. Just stretch it out.
Stretch it out. Just stretch it out.
You don't even have to move it. Just stretch it out.
And then
That's
our
what she
stuff
said.
should be below the background, correct?
Correct.
Correct. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see how this goes.
Waiting for that purple
Ready?
flash.
Purple flash. Boom shakalaka.
It's still not lined up on the left.
God, I hate you.
There's
On
a
the
black
left.
border. There's
Is
a black
there? I
border.
can't even see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try stretching it over. How about stretching it to the left? Do you think that will help?
Yeah, just stretch it
I did.
until it looks full. There you go. I think.
Is that
The-
is that good?
I mean, it's better,
Oh.
but the bottom still has a border. But you know what? It's good, Kevin.
No, I'm a failure.
No, stop it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Okay, last shot.
Boom. There it is. There it is.
I am the best streamer alive.
You are. You are.
Yeah. I'm good at this stuff. That's perfect. Thank you, Blanchy. Perfect. Looks the same. Not helpful, voices person. It was helpful actually, because if it looks the same, that wasn't good. All right, so that was the feedback portion of our show. Some will be done, some won't be done, and thanks for listening. And critique all you want. Give us some more, because we'll take some of it and do something with it.
I was waiting for someone to just like burst through my door,
Oh God.
and they just like, here's some critique.
Yo, I was like, oh, are you getting swatted? Are we okay? Bye. No, why bye? Here, don't be a baby. Now, if Devin can move his webcam down a smidgen, well, that's my fault.
Yeah, I was gonna say this one's not on me,
That's my fault.
but I can, and I will.
No. Oh, okay. Ready? Ready, everybody? Let's see if I've now got it. Boom. That is, excuse me. That is Devin in all his glory, right there.
No one needs this, but
Oh yeah, they do.
hi.
Bam, bam.
Now you can really see my door. This thing that's on my door, by the way, isn't even mine. It was from the person who lived here before, that like moved out just a couple months ago. I just haven't taken it down in the past year.
What is this hold down alt thing again, real quick?
It's just a crop.
Yeah, but what did he say to do? And you
Hold
said
down Alt instead of, and then drag like you would be stretching it, but if you hold down Alt, it crops it instead.
okay. That didn't do anything.
But
Like-
you move it inward and not outward.
Oh, and
Yeah, there it is. Because you're
oh.
cropping. Yeah.
Oh, God. And
Not in the margin.
then I go like this. Oh.
We have a learner, folks. Folks.
He's smart. He knows things.
My boy's wicked smart.
Wicked smart. Watch this. Ready?
Oh, oh
That is me up close and personal, folks. There you go. You're welcome, everybody. Looks the same. More messages below. Oh, right. Okay. So we've done our critiquing. My God. It's
I don't want to look
frightening.
away.
My dreams came true. That's sad. You can teach an old dog new tricks. So not only am I old, I'm a dog.
Yes.
Off to a good start tonight.
Great start.
Off to
Great
a good
start.
start. So let's jump into the breaking news thing that I sent you today, Devin.
Yep.
Breaking news. They have discovered some fast radio bursts that are repeating, coming from a same location. What do they say? 1 billion light years away?
I think 1.5.
1.5. That's pretty far away.
It is.
That's pretty far away. And I immediately wanted to go aliens. But if you read the article,
It's
probably not.
probably not aliens.
Does if people don't know what fast radio bursts are, they are radio signals that they're just what they sound like. They come in, they're very quick bursts of radio waves that come in that we receive. Damn it, that's something I want to hear about. I'm going to be in and out all night. Well, we might bring it back up again. We usually repeat ourselves. But a fast radio burst is just what it sounds like. It's a burst of radio signals that come in, very quick, short bursts that come in at a frequency that's not normal background radio noise. A lot of times they'll come from pulsars, things like that. What I think one of the things they said they think this one might be is something a leftover from a supernova.
Yeah.
But the other thing they can be is a alien signal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just believe that it's aliens.
We're gonna go right to it. You're gonna go right for the throat on this one?
Yeah. I mean, why not? That's what I usually do with stuff like this. It's just like, let's just make it aliens. So
I'm cool with it. Like this.
So did you get to read the whole article at all?
No, I didn't get to read the whole article.
I read it. I wouldn't say I probably didn't give it enough of a read. But I read enough to stop it, camera. To make me interested in it, because I think, and this kind of goes back to would they tell us if they knew? Ooh, what's this?
Would they tell us? I think based off of things we've talked about before.
Oh, that's a good picture. That's a great...
I think they're gearing up to.
Yeah, so okay, that's a kind of a good place to go with it. Is this part of that? Are they going, all right, let's see what they think of finding out that we heard some radio signals. Let's not say it's aliens yet, but let's float this one out there and see what's going. What's his... No. I'm glad that I can amuse everyone with that look. Thank you, Devin, for the screen cap on that. That was great.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's fantastic. The only problem I have with trying to make it aliens, which I really want to do, is I don't know that they would be using primitive technology like that. It doesn't seem like it. It seems to me that radio waves are primitive technology compared to what they could use.
Well, what if it's something they just decided to shoot out some radio waves just to see, instead of putting in time and probably money to send something else in this direction?
Or they're putting it out there to contact primitive civilizations such as ourselves.
That could be it too. Exactly.
It also could be the thing like the broadcast of I Love Lucy is somewhere out past the solar system now and heading towards stars. So it could be
Right.
like early on in there.
Yeah. So maybe in like say 60 years we'll get something even more advanced.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get their version of I Love Lucy.
Well, the thing that I think is we're probably getting shit all the time that we don't even realize is signals. They're probably sending it in some way that we don't understand yet.
Yeah.
Like we have no
Probably.
clue. We're not listening for the right things. We're not looking for the right signatures. We're just things coming in and just going by, and we don't even have a clue.
That's probably more closer to the truth than anything else, honestly.
I don't want to think I'm closer to the truth.
Well, I
That
mean,
scares
okay,
me.
it's just like I basically just mean it's kind of like the Occam's razor.
Oh yeah.
you know? Yeah.
No, I don't mind being closer to the truth. I was just trying to be humble.
Don't be.
Don't be humble. You have a microphone and a camera. Don't
Yeah.
be humble.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have the link. Well, actually, I can get the link handy so I can put it out there for everyone to see what the heck we're even talking about. Maybe people have not seen it. If they didn't look at our post from our social media,
Which everyone should have.
boom. I didn't realize that you posted that, by the way. It's frightening. The picture of me.
I just did it.
Yeah, I see that. So I was about to get the link, and then I see my big dumb face on the internet. Sometimes, Devin, I wonder why I do this.
You do it for yourself. You don't do it for anyone else.
Because you do it for yourself again. That is a hell of a link right there. You know what I need to learn? Tiny URL.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that beast.
As I saw in someone else's chat one time, that is a cancer link.
Yes.
That is a cancer link. That is
That
bad.
one is malignant.
Yeah.
As all hell.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, side note, Carl came up to me today
I love Carl's stories.
and he thought he was missing some stuff. He's like, "Is Stitcher up to date with all your stuff? I feel like I'm missing something." And I said, "Carl, you're missing the live broadcasts. That's what you're missing, sir. You need to be there live when we're doing this stuff."
Imagine Carl in chat while we're doing all this. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I mean, I told him, I'm like, you don't even have to be on camera. You can just talk to us in chat. You can just type and everything will be fine.
Was he like still against it?
He's not against it. I just think he's just like, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't use the internet like that.
Maybe Carl's just not as big of a fan of us as he
Oh,
says.
no. He has listened to every single episode and he can
Yeah, I
tell you
know.
about them.
No, you know, it's funny because I was sitting down today with actually Blanchy the mod and your nephew,
Mhm.
Jacob.
Mhm.
And they were talking about stuff that we talked about and discussed. I don't even remember.
Has my nephew even listened to us?
Yeah.
What? He has?
No, he's all caught up.
Oh, right. I wanted to know what he meant about how did we
That's-
make him gender neutral?
Exactly. That's exactly what came up.
Did
And,
you ask him?
I didn't. I already forgot.
Oh.
So it's a mystery again.
Hmm.
But he was talking. Oh, it was brought him up in conversation, and I said he talking about him, and then for some reason we decided to go gender neutral with him, and I don't know why.
Oh.
But I just find it funny that they both remembered something that we've discussed that I would never have remembered on my own.
Do you remember now?
No, I don't.
So they were talking about it. We had talked about it, and you don't remember what it is.
Well, I just said what it was,
Oh,
but I don't remember it happening.
Oh, right. I thought you meant you could not even remember what they talked about, like a different topic, not the gender neutral thing.
Oh no, it was yeah.
Got it.
It was yeah.
I know that my niece has not listened to it. That kind of hurts my feelings.
My guess would be neither of them.
Oh, I don't ever see Abby listening.
No, me
No,
neither.
no. No, but Brittany, that it kind of cuts deep. Deep.
It actually does. It does.
Yep.
I should go take a walk down to her apartment right now and ask her what's up.
Yeah, we should just text her and tell her to get on Twitch and check us out. You send her that right now.
Doing it.
So we might as well pick up another topic because I mean I like that one, but there's not a lot to say. It is kind of interesting though that it was a breaking news story. But one of the bigger. Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, and it led to nothing.
It.
Well, I shouldn't say it led to nothing. It didn't lead to nothing, but it was
It's
anticlimactic.
It's led to nothing so far.
Right.
Like they haven't made anything out of it yet. I don't think it's
Right.
done.
It probably isn't. You're right.
I don't think it's done. But what is a big story, and I do have a couple things about it, is another thing that you posted on our Facebook page about China landing on the dark side of the moon.
First time in history that that's been done.
Yes. First of all, wondering if they listened to the album when they landed. They might have. Who knows?
There's no dark side of the moon, really. Matter of fact, it's all dark.
It's all dark.
Yeah.
Is
That's
this
what the guy on the that's what the guy on the album says.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. God. I'm just having I'm not enough of a Pink Floyd fan to know every single. Is it one of the things where he's just like quietly saying it too in the background?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like the volume is super low and it's right at the end of the album. Like I think the album stops right after he says it.
There is no.
So it's like
So what does he
it's
say? There is no
behind-
dark side. It's all dark.
he said there's no dark side of the moon, really. Matter of fact, it's all dark.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that kind of goes along with the whole the moon's fake thing, right? Are they falsely showing us a lit side?
Yeah, I don't quite understand what they were going for with that one.
Besides the fact that it's about someone going crazy through most of the album.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, this could have just been someone, because I know Roger Waters did this thing on that album where he asked people questions and recorded their answers. So I'm wondering if the guy, because he's one of the dudes that speaks earlier in the album, because you know how they have like people
Where he's
throughout the
like,
album just randomly talking.
I'm completely insane. I've always been insane. That guy?
I think it is that guy, actually. Yeah.
Probably is.
All those voices you hear of people just randomly talking like that is them being recorded answering questions by Roger Waters.
Did they know they were going to be on the album?
Yeah, I think that was like, he's like, I'm gonna record you guys answering these questions and we're gonna put you on the album.
Oh.
It was kind of just like a thing he did, like a little gimmick. So I'm wondering if that dude saying that at the end of the album was just a part of one of those answers. It's not
Probably.
really true, right?
No, it's
Like,
not true.
There's a
No.
lit side, so
No, but like I said, a lot of that album has to do with madness. So probably just putting
Right.
stuff in there to kind of drive that point home. What, real quick, and then we'll get off Pink Floyd. What percentage of that album is about Roger Waters' father dying in the war?
and on Dark Side of the Moon, what percentage? How many songs are on that?
I don't remember. I'm
It's
gonna guess 7 or 8.
7 or 8, yeah. My guess would be 1/7 or 1/8
Yeah,
because of the song "Time."
that
Oh
album.
no, not "Time." Oh, what song am I thinking of? "Us and Them."
Oh, okay.
Us
That's
and
fine.
Them.
That album honestly feels like not a lot of Dead Dad.
It's not a lot of Dead Dad.
No, which is good. It's a nice break.
It is, yeah. It is a nice break.
Because he loves to sing about his dead dad.
Like too much.
A little bit. I'm not going to critique the guy for having emotions about his father, but I mean, how many albums do you need to get it out?
At least 3.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you can't get it done with The Wall,
Then you might as well try with the final cut, right?
yeah, you might as well redo it and go, no, I want it to be 100% about my dead dad. Not enough dead dad.
Not enough.
Okay, so China landed on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Now, some interesting things about that. To be able to communicate back to the Earth, they also had to have a satellite in place. Because you cannot beam through the moon back to the Earth. That's not going to work.
No. So they had to have something bouncing off.
Yeah, so they have a satellite in place too that's helping them communicate back to Earth. Here's one of the theories that's coming out of this. I enjoy this theory a lot, so bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
China also has a radio telescope in Argentina? Yeah, Patagonia. Wherever Patagonia is, I believe that's Argentina. So the thought is, what if this is them setting up strategic military sites and using the moon to be able to hide what they're doing?
Say that again?
That they're landed on the dark side of the moon and put up this satellite to hide what they're really doing.
And what is it that the theory is?
The theory is that they're setting up for a war. They have, I don't know if you've heard about this. You might want to look this one up. I think Blanchie's gone because we would have seen some links already by now. But China has a new hypersonic gun that's mounted on their battleships.
The hypersonic missile.
Hypersonic missile. There you go. If you do a little bit of reading about that, that's a frightening weapon. It can reach out a long way.
Right. So hypersonic as in speed.
Yeah, it goes well over the speed of sound.
Yeah. U.S. unable to I think Russia has some.
Russia has a hypersonic gun as well. Hypersonic missiles.
So not only are they super fast, but they can reach higher altitudes than most, and they're way more maneuverable.
Yes.
Huh. Also, Patagonia is a region shared by Argentina and Chile.
Okay. So I don't know which region it's in, but it definitely is in Patagonia, and they have a massive radio antenna set up there. So that is where they're getting the signals back from the moon, from the backside of the moon.
Okay.
They're getting them in this facility in Argentina. But what the conspiracy theorists will tell you is they're setting the pieces in motion for a war. And why is it frightening that both Russia and China both have hypersonic missiles at the same time?
It's very frightening.
It's real frightening.
And yeah, especially with who our president is right now.
Well, the thing that I got thinking about is, what if China really got angry about the whole sanctions against China or trade coming out of the trade agreement with China? And they're like, really? Okay.
Isn't that... I know it's a bit more serious when we did something similar to Japan, but isn't that very similar to what we did to Japan?
Yes.
With the oil before we got involved into World War II.
Yes.
Right.
And Japan was like, oh, okay. Now, they made a massive mistake. They didn't realize we had a nuclear weapon and we are just itching to try it out.
Right. So we kind of came out on top on that one.
Oh, but it wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good for a while.
No, it wasn't. And now, if this is the case with China, and they have a hypersonic missile, and as does Russia, and I'm pretty sure China and Russia are allies, correct?
Well, I wouldn't call them like best of buddies, but they're definitely not enemies.
Right.
Like, they don't have the best of relations because they're neighboring each other and, they compete for the same things. But they also both don't have a liking for us, so.
Right. And that's, the whole cliche, my enemy's enemy.
Yeah, my enemy
is my friend.
Yeah. And those are two combined that you probably don't want to be on the other side of.
No.
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
No.
Plus, they were
It'd
kind
be
of
really
China was the big part. Okay, a couple of things about I don't know how we're getting into geopolitics, but here we go. Couple quick things about North Korea. North Korea was really kept in check by China, and China's just like, hey, if you want to play this game, we'll stop keeping them in control. We'll release the hounds. They're crazy.
Yep.
We'll let them go. And secondly, him taking credit for North Korea ending their nuclear program is insanity. Because do you know the real reason why their nuclear program stopped?
I do not.
Okay. And you can do a little Google search on this too. This is real. There was a massive earthquake in North Korea. And it happened to be at their nuclear test site. And what happened was they tested a nuclear bomb underground and caused a massive earthquake that completely decimated their nuclear program.
Oh,
So it wasn't because tough guy Trump went over there and showed them this weird animation and said, you guys are our friends now. No. Their nuclear program stopped because they caused the earth to swallow up their nuclear program. It's got nothing to do with us.
no. I think any sane person would have known it had nothing to do with us, but I did not know about the earthquake.
Yeah,
And
many sane people would, but not the Trump supporters.
No,
They'll think he did it.
because he did. God is very true.
Okay,
Long
yeah,
live.
yeah, he did. He went over there and he's like, you guys, you stop it with those nuclear missiles. And they went, okay. But in reality, they had a massive earthquake because they tested a bomb and it ruined their whole program.
Right. Which it, makes sense. In fact, it's after a quick search on Google, you seem to be correct about that. So
Yeah, and the scary thing about that one is that theory was floated when it first happened, when there was an earthquake in North Korea. That theory was first floated. That they caused an earthquake by testing a nuclear bomb. And people were like, oh my God, that can't happen. That's not real, blah, 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 blah. Yep, it happened.
reading right now on September 3rd, 2017, when they tested the bomb, it was 17 times larger than the one that leveled Hiroshima.
That's a pretty good sized bomb. I mean, it's nothing compared to what we have, but it's a good sized bomb.
So I feel like that could definitely cause an earthquake. Why couldn't that cause an earthquake?
What you want to make sure you do when you're testing a nuclear bomb underground, I'm not a nuclear physicist. I don't know this for a fact. My feeling is you probably check with some pretty good geologists first. And you're like, hey, are there any faults at all around here? Like even minor ones? Because if there are, we probably don't want to use this area.
Probably not. It'd be a good idea not to.
Now, do I think they think that way? Probably not. They're probably just like, hey, that mountain looks good. Let's build it there. It's a mountain. What could happen? When a lot of times mountains are on fault lines.
Yeah, that's why there are mountains.
So
Usually.
There's a reason why you pick a tiny little island in the middle of the Pacific to blow up bombs on. There's a reason why you pick the middle of the nowhere desert in Nevada to do that. It's flat. There's no faults.
Not inside of a mountain.
No, especially if you haven't done your research and make sure there's a fault. If there's a fault, you don't want to be doing that.
No.
So all these, if you do a little bit more Googling about China, you will also see that they're moving a bunch of warships around into places that they normally don't go to. And China, just another one to kind of make you wonder what the hell is going on right now. China and Russia both did an experiment to alter the atmosphere and the temperature above Europe for some kind of a weapon.
You're talking like environmental weapon?
Well, what they think is not so much that, but will it aid in an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse?
Oh.
No, none of that sounds good, Voices Person. None of it. None of it sounds good. Now, if you want to go down the road of, is this already happening? Did you see the thing in New York, in Queens, one night? It was just before New Year's, where there was a massive transformer explosion, they said. And
That big, like, a
it
weird electrical storm
kept
thing.
flashing blue.
Yep.
Well, that's happened in a couple different places across the country.
You know, did I send this to, oh, I need to find this. It's funny you say that, and it's funny that you bring up EMP.
The guy.
Because
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
there was a guy, I can't remember, it was, I sent it to you,
Used
right?
to be a Secretary of Defense or something. Like, he was way up there.
He worked for the DHS.
Yes. Yes.
And he tweeted, I'm gonna try and find this, but as I'm trying to find this, he tweeted saying people need to start hoarding water
Yep.
and ways to filter water because
Because
there's an imminent dominance, is what he said. Right here, Dr.
EMP.
Vincent Pry.
Now, before you get going on that, I do want to say I saw that posted from other people too, and they said take it with a grain of salt. This guy's kind of a wacko.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Peter Vincent Pry. To be as concise and succinct as possible, I must implore everyone who sees this to do all of the following as quickly as possible. Stockpile food, water, and the means to acquire/purify much, much more. Prepare for an imminent situation that may impact us all, coast to coast.
Somewhere I thought he did say EMP too, but
yeah, he's a congressional EMP commission.
So that's troubling.
He's an EMP specialist.
I'm just gonna go out and say this. I've always thought, for the longest time now, the easiest way to destroy a country is to not go to war with them, but destroy their electronical infrastructure. So if you can take out the grid, I think if the grid was taken out nationwide, I thought they said something like 8 million people would die within a month.
How many?
8 million.
Oh my goodness.
Within a month.
Well, it was nice knowing you all, I guess.
Now, that probably means quite a bit of people who are hooked up to machines to keep them alive. Because that's probably a big number in this country.
That's true.
That's going to kill them right away. So, like, that's probably a big percentage of it. But then you got to think, then the whole food system goes down. All your monetary system goes down. The faith in the monetary system finally falls apart.
Yep.
People are like, wow, this really is fake. I would die instantly. Yeah, well, you're not alone.
Even having cash at that point wouldn't even matter.
No.
And that's the thing. And I know that's pretty much what you were saying, but like you got nothing.
You know what else you got nothing with? Bitcoin. If you had Bitcoin, oh well, how are you going to get to your Bitcoin now?
Yep, exactly. In fact,
don't worry, I've got Bitcoin. Not anymore, you don't, son. Now, the other thing that people, if you do a little Googling about what he said, look up that there's a giant hole in the sun facing us right now, and that usually means massive coronal mass ejection.
Yep.
And that ties in with our discussion about the Younger Dryas and how Robert Schoch, who's the geologist that was working on the age of the Sphinx, said that he believes it was actually caused by massive solar storms. And that's how those plasma images showed up in the sky, where people all have the same petroglyphs that look like a god. It's got that hourglass shape, and that's been created in a lab. That happens with high plasma events.
Yep.
So what's more frightening? China and Russia possibly being bedfellows and coming after us, or the sun deciding it needs to burp and take out the planet?
As Americans, I don't think it matters.
As humans, I'm voting
The
sun.
As humans, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
As
mean,
Americans, you're screwed either way.
right.
Yeah.
But definitely the sun, I think. you
Yeah.
know,
As far
obviously,
as like the
because
human
that's-
race goes. Yeah, the sun. Yeah.
would be toast.
Yeah. And I mean, we're talking exactly what happened at the end of the Younger Dryas. There goes civilization. Reboot. Hopefully, if we make it. You would think you would. You would think that human civilization would make it. Like, there would be some humans left if it was a massive. Yeah, and you know what? See, what humans are going to be left if it's a solar storm that takes out electrical grids and ruins modern civilization? What humans will be left?
Tribal humans.
People that don't rely on anything. Would the zombies survive? We would be the zombies.
We become zombies. So I guess yes.
So then all our knowledge is gone, and it starts with the people that were in these tribes, and then they find these ancient civilizations, which were us, and they're like, look at this printer, but they call it something else, and they think it's an artifact.
Right.
And then the whole cycle starts again. And somewhere, whoever's running this thing just goes, that was a fun segment. What's the next chapter going to be? So, I don't know. That is some frightening stuff.
It really is.
Either China attacking us from the dark side of the moon, or the sun killing us with coronal mass ejection.
And then you got to stop and think, is any of this going to really happen though?
No, probably not, but that's not what we're here to do, Devin.
Well, no, I know, but like there's always that thought too, that there's always been some scary thing before us that people were always worried about. I just don't want to feed into this mass hysteria thing. That's all.
No.
I say mass like we have like hundreds of people listening to us.
Now I'm sad. Thanks, guys. Listen, here's the thing. This is the way I look at it. What is the worst that's going to happen? Go ahead. Feel free to answer. Not rhetorical. What's the worst that's going to happen?
We die.
Correct. What can you do about that?
Nothing.
Not a goddamn thing. So you know what? Okay. Then embrace it and go, hey, I'm going out in the middle of a major catastrophe that no one ever has been able to see in the history of the planet. Cool. I'm gone. I'm vaporized. I'm done. Oh, well.
Kevin, here's what you and I need to do if something happens, okay?
Okay.
If we can somehow find a working tape, we'll record one last podcast.
And then, like, put it inside a stone.
Yes.
With some way to tell people how to get it.
Yes.
And then we would be the gods, Devin.
Think for your die.
We could be,
that would be
the gods.
That'd be the mantra for every human afterwards, and they'll have wars and like religious-based wars because of us.
Yeah, when we're sitting there on it going, no, I know you don't understand us right now. What we're telling you is don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't listen.
Be kind.
Don't believe in us.
We're just, honestly, just regular people. We're probably lower than regular people.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're kind of morons. We're Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
We're wild stallions. Wild stallions rule. That would be amazing. It would be amazing. Too bad we wouldn't get to see it because we'd be dead.
Sup, guys? Abby and I are here. No pressure.
Wait a minute. Okay, so the one that I said would never watch or listen is listening. Ridiculous. By the way, magic has to happen. Slamming your grandma.
By the way, just totally stole your words. Can confirm the other one did pop in.
Oh my god! Remsen 122. I'm not going to give this away to anybody. My magic coach is in the chat, Devin.
Nice.
Voiceless person, you know Remsen 122 as well. Going back to our trivia days.
I broke the news to Jacob tonight that you have started
Hugh
playing
Jackson.
Magic the Gathering Arena, and he got very, very excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
he's like, Kevin knows how to play Magic now. And I'm
Well, I
like,
don't know
"Yep."
with the
He's like,
cards.
"Oh, I think it's gonna be the same with the cards."
No, that takes like actual thinking, and like the cards don't highlight for me, so I'll screw it up.
Oh my goodness.
Like Hugh Jackson of a
Okay.
coach. I say you're Marvin Lewis. You are not Hugh Jackson. You're Marvin Lewis. You've got us right to the dance, but I'm not ready for prime time yet. I'm the Bengals. I fall on my face as soon as I get there. If I try to play a ranked game, I'm gonna be dead.
I think you should do it on Twitch.
Oh yeah, our next like game stream will be a Magic stream. Absolutely.
You'll see just how bad I am. at that game.
No, you're as decent as I am.
So bad.
Right. Remsen
I'll start
learned
calling out my real cards.
Remsen
Like,
learned like
can I do
listen,
anything with it?
Remsen's good at Magic. Like he had a deck that I had to build. I had to construct a just almost a cheat deck so I could beat him because he had a deck that I could not do anything against. And he just found out today that he's bad at it because his brother was like, "No, you're bad." I have to download it. Yeah, it doesn't take any time. It's not that much of a game to get installed.
I'm gonna have to get Show to be my coach.
It could beat one person. Okay, he was killing me with this deck, and then he went and played ranked, and he's like, "Yeah, that's not gonna happen on ranked." Where was I? I was gonna go somewhere next. We were talking about China killing us from the dark side of the moon,
Yep, because that's gonna happen
maybe, or the sun killing us.
with their hypersonic weapon. And that may sound to people who just joined, hypersonic missile might sound like some super villainous thing, but it's real.
It's a real thing. Mounted
Like,
onto a
this is-
ship.
Like usually when we bring stuff up, it's like really crackpot theory stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, the most comic book sounding thing is not.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
The one thing that is real sounds completely
Hypers-
made up.
Hypersonic.
I did my homework as asked for the show, Devin. And I
Okay.
watched / played / I don't know what you want to call it, Bandersnatch.
You experienced.
Abby said you guys are nerds. How is
What
this
else would we
anything
be?
new to her?
Yeah, that's
She does know me pretty well. So yeah, I don't know, what would you say? Played? Watched?
experience.
Experienced?
Yeah.
Bandersnatch?
Yeah. You did Bandersnatch. Actually, when I was trying to
I Bandersnatched.
you Bandersnatched. When I was trying to explain to people at work, I was like, you need to do Bandersnatch. And they're like, how does one do Bandersnatch? I
How
was
does
like,
one do a Bandersnatch?
You just do it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Just pick up your controller and do a Bandersnatch.
Do a Hey, you guys want to hang out after school today and do Bandersnatch?
So we won't do spoilers for people that haven't. No spoilers, but is Bandersnatch scary? It's scary in a This Is Too Real way.
Yeah, just like most Black Mirror stuff.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Remsen watched a lot about what about a snatch. I did not do a Bandersnatch and a snatch. Sadly, it was just Bandersnatch. Yeah, Remsen did not. I don't think he was a Black Mirror fan. He doesn't go down those roads very much.
It needs to change. I
Now-
don't know Remsen,
Now,
but it needs to change.
Remsen, just so you know, this is I've seen Snatch. That's a good movie. It is nothing like Snatch.
See, split
I know.
second, I didn't actually think he was talking about the Brad Pitt movie. I thought
Oh, you thought it was
Remsen
something
was
else.
just-
You didn't pick up his
like
joke.
like what slamming your grandma was talking about.
Yeah. No.
Slamming your grandma's snatch.
Remsen likes to keep it a little higher class than that. He's not as blue as the rest of us. He doesn't work as blue as us, even though his name's in blue, which is weird.
It's pink for me.
Oh, blue for me. So, because I'm looking at it in slobs. No one needs to know this. That's inside stuff. But anyways, Remsen, I think you could watch it. It's not really scary. I wouldn't say scary. Would you,
No,
Devin?
I wouldn't say no. God no.
I mean, we're a little skewed though. We might think things aren't scary that he would, but I would say you could get through it. It's not bad. I think you would find it highly interesting. It took a turn where I didn't expect it to go, and Devin, all I'm gonna say is kick him in the nuts.
I was laughing so hard. when that part
Eddie
came up.
Murphy's Haunted Mansion is close to life for me. Well, then we are.
What's
Yeah.
the different scary?
What?
It's a different type of scare.
Yeah, but in a lot of ways, Devin, to be honest with you, in a lot of ways, Black Mirror scares me more than any horror movie would ever scare me because it's so close to being real.
And it's almost like we're getting closer to it.
There's
I feel like Black Mirror is the reason for.
there's a path in Bandersnatch where I'm like, I don't know that I really wanted to go down this path.
You'll have to tell me about that in the deeper.
Well, I think we can talk about like things in general because I think that's where you wanted to go with this for the show, of some of the higher level themes that are in it that really doesn't. It's not spoiler alert stuff because we don't have to say what
Yeah.
people say.
That's true.
But it's more like, do you have free will? What really is time? Is time happening all at once? Are there different timelines? Things like that. So for people that don't know anything about it, real quick, it's a movie on Netflix or a experience. But if you've ever read a Choose Your Own Adventure book, which Abby swears doesn't have any clue what those are. Oh no, my sister Stacy said that. I'm like, what? Abby, I can believe. My sister Stacy's like, I've never read a Choose Your Own Adventure book. I'm like, you are 90. Of course you have.
What does that make you? 86?
Yes. Good
Okay.
math. So Choose Your Own Adventure book. So if this topic is giving me Forrest Whitaker, but a Choose Your Own Adventure book, for anybody that doesn't know, read the book, get to a place, it gives you a couple choices, makes you flip to a different page, blah 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 blah, continue on. You can read the book a couple different times, go down different paths, get different endings. Boom. This thing's the same way. It gives you choices, you make choices, things go differently every time you make a choice.
Yep.
The thing about it is, and I don't know if this is what you like the most about it, but it's what I like the most about it, is you cannot tell when you make a choice that it's changing a direction, like film-wise. Like there's no jump.
Yeah, it's seamless.
I don't know how they did that.
I
do. I
Yeah,
do get it
yeah.
because if you look closely, you always see that there's a chance to do a transition.
Yeah, there's always a cut.
But the
always like an
transitions
angle
are
cut.
very smooth. How many times
Oh,
have
yeah.
you each gone through the story? I've only gone through it once, but that doesn't mean you don't get to a couple different endings going through it once.
Yeah, it's kind of this isn't spoilers. There are like your main endings for Bandersnatch, but you have chances of screwing it up and it'll send you back to try again.
But you can make that same choice again,
You can. Yes.
and something different could happen.
Yes. That's something that's brought up through the narrative.
Yeah. Which is that part's great too.
Yes.
That part starts to
Yes.
mess with you real quick.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
Kevin, how long did it take you?
I spent a good 2.5, 3 hours with it, I think.
Okay. So you probably spent more time checking out some of the branches than
Yeah, because I started to get the concept of what happens if you do things. So I was like, okay, and I wanted to see where it made you, because like this isn't really spoilerish either, but you'll get to certain parts and have to choose again. And if you choose a couple different ways, then it brings you back even further or puts you in a different point, and you can branch off and go in a different direction from that point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's crazy. I was telling Devin, of course, the way that I did it was I'm going to choose what I thought was the most messed up way to go through it. The other thing I was going to try is like, what if I choose only right every time? Like the right, like hit right on the direction
Oh.
pad. See what
yeah.
that does. There is something, and I sent you, I don't know if, I think I sent it to you, where there's a path that you can go to that gets you to an Easter egg. So these people found this Easter egg where if you get to the very end, at the end credits, if you wait even longer, there's something that comes up that they realized it was like a weird sound, but then they translated it and it was a QR code. And if you scan the QR code, it took you to a site where you could run a game that they designed in the game, in the show.
What?
So you know that nosedive?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can go to a site that actually tells you how to go play that game, but you have to run an emulator of the computer that they used in the game to design it.
Okay, that's too much.
So you're actually playing it on a version of the game of the computer they used in the show to build the game.
That is amazing.
And if you look at the path and they're like, well, we couldn't figure out how to do it, so we finally did it, but every time we were trying, we were writing down exactly all our choices.
Mm-hmm.
So they did it and they got it to happen, and they're like, all right, let's go try it on somebody else's machine on a totally different Netflix account that has nothing to do with what we did with this one to see if that path gets you there every time, and it does. But it
Okay.
is the most convoluted thing you've ever seen. And that's just one Easter egg.
Yeah, can't imagine how many there are.
They said,
Hidden.
did you tell me? They said, somebody told me about how the creator said that there's scenes that they don't think anybody will ever find.
I didn't read that, but I did read that there's an ending that the makers don't even know really how to, or something like that.
Well, now you know why it's basically postponed an entire season of Black Mirror.
Oh yeah, there's
Like,
so much filming, so
how?
much work had to get put into it.
Because for people that haven't done it yet, every time you make a choice, it goes to a scene that you think you know, but it's a little bit different.
A little bit different.
And they had to shoot every single one of those.
I couldn't imagine the pre-production for this.
Oh. You know, like, I can't even really say it. Let's just talk about some of the bigger themes that are in it.
Yeah.
Though. Like, I think the one that I like the most in it is, do you actually have free choice? The idea of telling Netflix your choice. Okay. Interesting. Let's talk about that one.
The idea of telling Netflix your choices and how you think and investigate the branches leading to a Black Mirror-esque story in real life.
Yes. And it's one of the things I read before I even tried this. So I'm whatever. Okay, they're probably going to have me in a database. But you're right. That is one of the things that somebody brought up about it. And they're like, we encourage you to not do this because they're keeping a database. And Remsen, you know as well as I do, anything you do on a computer, on Netflix, anything like that is being recorded. It's being saved to a database. And they know every choice you made. So if you make some horrible choice, and they say it's under the guise of, oh, we can make it so we know what you're going to watch better. It helps our algorithm. But people are like, what if they have that and that's their best intention, but somewhere along the line, that database is used to start predicting if you're a criminal or you're going to do something.
It's kind of like
Minority Report. Yeah. So, yes, Paul Remsen. I keep almost screwing up.
I think we all know now.
No, just forget it. Ready? Flashy light thingy. Gotten. Yeah. No, that's a real possibility that this database is kept of all the choices that you've made, and that could be used against you. So, knowing you, don't watch. Don't try Bandersnatch. Don't do a Bandersnatch.
Don't do it.
You're not going to feel good afterwards. You're going to be questioning things. Yeah, don't do the Bandersnatch. Not for you. I've rethought, and I'm changing my advice. I don't think you should.
I think you should.
Slamming your grandma, get watching it.
I think they both should.
They probably left. They probably had enough of our nonsense.
Yeah, probably.
But the larger themes, the no free will thing, that you're part of a simulation, if you will, or a game. I liked that. I saw immediately the solipsism, and I'm like, Devin's picking up on this part.
Yep.
That was good.
Yep.
Time being not what we think of.
Time is a flat circle.
That time is happening all the time, if you will. Every moment is happening simultaneously. What else was in there?
Which I think is true, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the fourth dimension. We just can't see it.
And they did a pretty good job kind of painting that picture, I
Yes.
think, in that. What are some of the other things that were in there? Just like the overall thing of dissension into madness too. That was good.
Yeah, that was. I figured that was going to be something, anyways.
Yeah,
And obviously,
yeah.
the argument of do we have free will or not definitely was going to be a thing. But they did something with it that was really cool. But I think it's kind of spoilers if I bring that up.
Let's see if we can dance around it. Try to even think of what you're talking about.
Just
because now I'm intrigued.
It's kind of like
we have one viewer. It tells me, by the way. So if you want to say something, we probably won't get in trouble.
It kind of goes. It starts to make you as the viewer think if you
Remsen
have
is here.
free will.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking. Yeah.
Yes. I did. There were a couple times where I'm like,
Yeah. I thought that was really. I should have expected that, but I was not expecting.
Oh, I think everyone probably goes into it thinking they're gonna mess with you a little bit, but they did it in a way where you're like, that was odd.
Yeah.
That I didn't. Did I even have a choice?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah. I'm fascinated, and this is not spoiler-ish at all. But I will say, like at the very beginning, I'm curious to know if either your choice of cereal or your choice of music has anything to do with anything. I guarantee you it does.
I bet it does.
I guarantee you it does.
Out of curiosity, what did you pick for both?
Frosted Flakes and Thompson Twins.
I think we went opposite.
Good. And then when you got to the record store, I can't remember what I picked. But I think even the little things have an effect on that show, which is interesting.
I picked Tangerine Dream because, of course, at the record store.
Oh, I think I did pick Tangerine Dream.
I couldn't not pick Tangerine Dream.
I'll be honest. Yeah. No, I mean, I think I picked the Thompson Twins because I was like, I do not want to listen to it now. That's what I call music. Which, was that even a thing then? I don't think it was.
That's actually something I had asked Sonia. I was
I don't think it
was that a thing back in 1984? And she's like, I think it was. I was like, I don't know.
I'm going back in my memory banks, and I don't remember it being then, but I could be wrong.
I remember now that's what I call music 3 in like the late 90s. Can't imagine it took them 10 years, over 10 years.
Now what I came out middle school. Okay. Came out when I was in middle school. Okay, so that was not the 80s.
Yeah, 90s. That's what I thought.
But I mean, I can overlook some of that stuff in that show. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's not going to be completely historically accurate.
No.
Which I wasn't expecting anyways.
No. But it is interesting that there's like very few actors in it, which makes sense.
Yeah.
How are you going to get that many people?
I heard the person that plays Colin, at least I think it was the person that plays Colin, quit social media.
He quit Twitter. He definitely deleted his Twitter account. And I don't remember why. He was getting crap for something.
Yeah, it's something to do with Bandersnatch, I believe.
It's something to do with his character in it, too. I'm like, full disclosure, I bought the first album. I might have, too.
The Now albums were probably better when they first came out.
I didn't have... See, which is interesting because I think Remsen does have a very good taste in music. We might just have been at the same stage where just like, it's good enough. I'll listen to it. It's got some hits.
By the way, the first Now That's What I Called Music came out in 98.
Okay, good. Yeah. So
it had Fastball on it. That's good enough.
Now, interestingly, maybe they did that on purpose. Meaning trying to mess with the timeline. Just making you think about time. That's why I bought it, because of Fastball. Fair enough.
So, what do you mean by that, Kevin?
that maybe they threw that in there to make you just kind of go, wait, that shouldn't have been in that time. But their whole point in some of it was, what is time?
Maybe. Because that's kind of a weird thing to throw in, especially I bet you most of the people who created Bandersnatch were alive in 1984.
Yes. Yeah.
So that would be a very weird thing to just be like, hey, let's just do it. Let's just do it.
It seems like it would be a massive goof that they wouldn't have caught unless they
Yeah.
wanted to have it in there.
Especially since where you could make the choice to listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things I like too, this isn't spoilers, the cheese ball talk show that was kind of like at the fake endings every time, like the little, you're gonna go back and do something different. God, those cracked me up.
Kind of just like let you know how close you got to an actual ending.
Yeah. Yeah. But like every one of those was a little bit different.
Yes.
There was one that made me laugh really hard and I can't remember now, but there was something in it. I'm like, that goes with our show. And I can't remember what it was. But it was so funny.
I wish you could remember.
I know. I wish. I'll have to go back and see if I can ever find that exact one.
Yeah.
Good luck. I have not, however, watched Bird Box, even though everyone keeps telling me to do that.
I haven't either. I heard it's just kind of a knockoff, The Happening and A Quiet Place, which I haven't seen. A Quiet Place.
I'm telling you, everything I've heard about this makes me think of, was it The Happening? The dumb M. Night Shyamalan movie where they lived in the woods and the blind woman went.
That's The Village.
Okay, that's what it heard. Notice me, I'm here. Hipster princess. Okay. Is this who I think it is?
I'm going to say yes, but I don't know.
If I could turn back time. If that is her, she'll know what that means. But I think it is. Yeah, everything I've heard about it so far, because people didn't want to ruin it for me, but it sounds to me like it's The Village.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you didn't like The Village?
No!
Kevin, you disappoint me.
Why? Yes!
So much.
If I could find a way. I should not disappoint you. I should be disappointed in you for liking The Village.
Whew.
Okay. If we want to have a movie debate, we can do this right now.
I don't want to.
We don't have enough good debates.
Do we want to have a debate on a movie?
Just
on
real
a
quick.
Fringe Theory podcast?
Just real quick. Because it's kind of a Fringe Theory thing, that movie.
It kind of is, yeah.
It
you're
really
right,
is,
right.
yeah.
We could. It's not like we have to answer to anyone, so whatever. Let's do it.
Yeah, screw Mr. Tuck. Okay, my problem with that movie is, how would that ever be possible?
They explain it.
Yeah, they do, conveniently. Oh, we just happen to be in the middle of a no-fly zone.
They paid for it to be a no-fly zone.
By point. Everything had to be perfect like that. That would never happen. A Cessna would fly over by accident. It would.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like your argument is already
flawed?
Invalid because they give an answer and you're just writing it off like it's not.
I'm not writing it off like it's not. I'm writing it off as weak writing.
You realize how many movies have moments like that?
Yes.
Right?
But everyone tries to make M. Night Shyamalan like this genius because all he ever does is movie, big twist at the end. Movie, big twist at the end.
He has good twists.
He had one good twist.
He had
one good twist.
He had a couple good twists.
One. He was dead the whole time. That's it. Everything else he was reaching. Yeah, The Sixth Sense. That was the only good movie he ever did.
They weren't really aliens. They were demons. That's my favorite theory. Have you heard that one?
No.
That's a fan theory. There's a fan theory about signs that they're not aliens. They're actually demons. That's why they can't be.
Whatever they are, they're going to go to a planet that's 90% water and water kills them.
Well, if they're demons, then they're like half from that planet already, right?
Dumb. 90% water. The planet is 90% water. You just might bump into some water demons. You might. It's a chance. Maybe put on a hazmat suit. I don't know. Figure
Someone
it out.
blessed the water. It wasn't holy water at first. when
Well,
they
you know.
landed.
Anyways, that's my M. Night Shyamalan rant. I hate him almost as much as Michael Bay. He is here.
Whoa! What?
They're the same. One
Have you
trick
seen
ponies.
Unbreakable? Have you seen Split?
Unbreakable's a decent movie.
It's a
But
good
it's not
movie.
his.
It's a good debut.
But it's not his story. He got it from a comic. It's not his
Did he
story.
actually?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna look this up.
Remsen, back me up on this. Is Unbreakable actually a comic? A graphic novel? Too scary. Too Scary Hipster Princess or M. Night Shyamalan sucks? And Michael Bay sucks.
I agree with the Michael Bay thing, but I don't agree with.
And I know
M. Night
it's
Shyamalan.
hack to say Michael Bay sucks, but I don't care. He does suck.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah. It's a hack thing, but whatever. He sucks. Okay, no more movie rants. I'm sorry. I just had to get that off my chest. In closing, Devin and I disagree on M. Night Shyamalan, and that's okay. That's what makes us good. We don't like the same things all the time. Especially
I'm not saying
from-
anything about it being a comic book first, but
What about graphic novel?
it's just based off of like comic book tropes. Which makes sense because that's what he's trying to sort of do.
Rhymes with Panda. Hey, who's Rhymes with Panda? Have you been in here before? A new person. Rhymes with Panda. Hello, Rhymes with Panda. Okay, so that's enough ranting about M. Night Shyamalan and movies. We got there from Bandersnatch. I have not watched Bird Box. That closes out the Netflix portion of our show. I don't think we have any more Netflixing to do.
Shyamalan is better than you think he is.
What? I just told you to move on.
No. You said your piece. I didn't say my piece, though. You moved on before I could defend.
When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he is terrible.
I agree. But Village is a way better movie than people give him credit for.
You know what? Part of it is probably Joaquin Phoenix. Can't stand him.
It's a decent story, and it was done pretty well.
I don't know.
I think if the one thing...
Move on. She's Elmoing us. Enough, let's move on. We need an Elmo icon.
No.
No.
If your one complaint about that movie is something that they explain and you just don't like the explanation, then...
No. Don't get me wrong. I've got plenty I can rip on that movie, but I didn't want to spend all night ripping on it.
Okay, we're gonna have a long debrief.
We
tonight,
can, yeah. We can definitely discuss the pros and cons of the Village. Rhymes with Panda agrees with me though. Village sucks.
It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong, it's no Lady in the Water though.
I know, yeah, I didn't even watch that.
No, it was a bad movie.
Was it bad?
It was just it wasn't. The Happening. I've got my thoughts on The Happening.
The Happening's the alien one, right?
No.
Oh God.
The Happening is the Mark.
Oh,
Mark
The Happening's
Wahlberg
the Wind
plays-
with Mark Wahlberg, right?
The Wind, yeah.
Yeah.
The Windening. The plants are attacking.
Attack of the Plants.
Good concept, terrible execution.
Plants versus Zombies, the movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that. I saw Mark Wahlberg and Wind killing people. I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I think I don't know. This might be just me hoping for the best. I think there's more to it.
Yeah,
but
I'm
it
sure
never
there
got
is.
It just never got fully fleshed out, and the execution was awful. And I don't blame. Well, okay, I blame the bad acting on the actors a little bit, but I feel like he made them act childish for a reason. It's part of a theory I have for that movie, but it wasn't a good movie.
Let me point out, your theory right there is the same theory you used with the prequels and Hayden Christensen.
Yes.
Okay.
Hayden Christensen's not a bad actor.
I didn't say he was.
Right.
That was the terrible movies he was in.
Yeah.
They were
pretty
turd.
bad. They were pretty bad.
They were real bad. Okay.
And I used to like them, but
We
then I
should
grew up.
probably move off of movies, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I agree.
But now we got to come up with something.
All right. Well, that was a good stream, guys. Thank you for coming.
No, come on. Does anybody out there? You know what was good? The last two broadcasts ago. Last one just sucked. It's terrible. Nobody listened to that. It's terrible. Not the podcast. The live stream.
The live stream. The last episode was okay.
Getting some topics from people in chat was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
So, Rhymes with Panda, Hipster Princess, Remsen, Voiceless Person, if you're still around. The Abby and Josh clowns have left already, I'm guessing. If not,
I'm guessing.
they can chime in too. Yeah, I did call you both clowns, except thank you for the venison.
Well, you got venison too?
Yeah, I got 2 steaks, some chops, and some ground venison.
Man, I just want some venison steak.
This will... No, I'm not going to do it because Hipster Princess is in here. I'm not going to talk anymore about venison. I have respect for her. Respect the Hipster Princess. I'm still around, Huff. I said if you were still around, I said your goddamn name. Just because you're not saying...
Voiceless Person's always around.
Yeah, but they just wander off.
Voiceless Person is a mod for a reason.
Yeah, because like most mods, they don't pay attention. Oh.
That
was a burn.
I don't know if I should agree with that one.
No, you should.
I feel like if I agree with that, someone's gonna come in my apartment.
If you're smart, don't agree with me about anything like that.
If I'm smart, oh god, you just damned me.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin, why'd you do this?
Oops, daisy. Respect. RESPECT. Yes, that's right. I respect the princess. Voiceless Person. If I thought you had emotions, I would almost feel bad with your little crying baby face.
That's Isaac.
I know who it is.
It's Isaac.
She doesn't know who it is. It's just a crying baby.
If things I think are true about Voiceless Person, because Voiceless Person's always your go-to for religious talk.
Yeah.
Maybe Voiceless Person would like The Binding of Isaac.
Maybe.
Game. Or maybe not. It could go either way, really.
We could live stream it sometime. Even though that's Blanche's game.
I'm buying an Elgato with my next check.
Listen.
Specifically
to take over streaming?
No, to stream console games. So I have it on the Switch.
Oh.
I'll stream it. I'm not good at it, but I'll stream it.
And isn't her... Yeah, and that little crying baby face is Bible Thump. It's the name of the emote. Bible Thump.
Is Bible?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Hover over it. It'll tell you.
I never knew that.
Yeah, that is Bible Thump.
That's pretty good.
What was something else that I heard over the weekend that I wanted to talk about?
I'm going to, as soon as I can find this email, I'm going to read an email.
Oh. Was this
that got sent to us quite a while ago, and it got brought up to me today that we haven't read it. And we've been sitting on it for a long time.
Let's go, Reddit.
But I need to find it.
See what I did there, Devin? I said, yes. Let's go, Reddit. Oh, I'm funny. A Spanish cat? Yes.
Am I getting a Spanish cat? El gato, yeah. I sure am.
El gato. Not the cat that you want him to get, though. The cat that I'm using to capture things such as... By the magic of the internet, I'll show you.
So I got the email up whenever we're...
El Gato will let him do things like this.
To show El Guapo.
And my El Gato. Oh, I'm funny.
You are.
Okay.
I enjoy your jokes.
Well, I mean, at least somebody does.
So this email was sent to us July 27th.
Wow, we suck.
So this was like right after our very first episode.
Which is kind of impressive that we got feedback right away.
It actually comes from someone that we... But it actually is credit given to someone else. So, anyways, he's not gonna care. It's from Jacob,
Oh,
but he said if just in case Amanda hasn't messaged us yet, she gets credit. Uh, so here we go. And before going into this too, I actually really like this email because this is something I've talked about and thought of before, not on the podcast though, but with other people. So it's actually kind of cool that we got this email months ago. Hello, T-Fod. Got it right.
not
I have
bad.
indisputable evidence that Steve Jobs, yes, Apple founder and dead celebrity, dead, who has a movie out, Steve Jobs, is Satan. Here's why.
Oh.
Ever notice that the Apple logo is in fact an apple with a bite missing? You want to know why? Of course you do. The apple represents the apple of Eden apple. That missing bite represents the bite Eve took from the apple after being coerced by Satan in form of a snake. I don't sounds like Jacob language to me. The logo itself is a way to stick it to God and worshippers of God. Every customer of Apple has the apple of Eden in their pockets or on their desk at home or work. Apple is using the funds from the very expensive products to build the armies of hell to take over Earth and then heaven. There's way more to this than I'm willing to divulge at this time. Please spread the word to ban and boycott Apple products from now on. Thank you, and may God bless you and your podcast. Best, God's loyal servant. Here's what he's talking about.
I know, by the way, I now know who rhymes with panda is.
Yes. I had a feeling just because of the word.
I didn't because I'm dumb. Yeah, so if everyone is looking, it's really weird because you can see his camera lens too. Creepy.
You can see my really crappy webcam that I have.
Yeah. Fuck Apple. Mark of the Beast. Fuck Apple. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's not a crazy theory.
No, I mean, once it starts getting to the whole like having money to save up for an army to take over, that's where it kind of loses me. But the apple represents the apple of Eden with the bite taken out by Eve. I've talked about that before, people.
Have you?
Yes. It was brought up to me by someone who's been a source for some of these theories I brought on my own. And it kind of like it's a cool theory, and it's something if you believe in the whole Illuminati, Freemason, Illuminati thing, and if you believe Steve Jobs was a part of it, then it would make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the real reason why Steve Jobs had that was because for quite a while he only ate apples when he was going through his hippie phase.
Really?
Yeah, Steve Jobs was actually a really big hippie.
Oh yeah, him and Woz both were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story goes that he had to work when he was working at Atari. They asked him to work at night because he smelled real bad. I don't know how true that is, but that's something they bring up. But yeah, no,
I would believe it. I'd totally buy that.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Especially back then, it's gonna, they're just gonna be like, yeah, you can still work, just come in at night.
And you know what's weird about the whole beginnings of Apple thing is was Apple.
Yes.
I mean, that man probably is one of the smartest people on the planet. Still is.
Yeah. He just someone piggybacked off him.
Well, he just didn't care about selling stuff. He was not a salesman. He didn't care.
That's true.
And that's what Jobs was there for. Jobs is smart.
Yeah.
But Woz just was like, I don't care.
It's kind of like I've always thought of it as Jobs was the salesman and came up with the ideas, but Woz is what got it done.
Woz built
Woz
it.
is who's right.
Woz built that shit. He built all that shit at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Woz. But I can see the thought behind the apple, the logo.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it's also a very convenient way to write it off to say, oh, I ate a lot of apples when I was a hippie.
Right. So if you really want to go down that whole Illuminati, Freemasonry, then yeah, that's perfect. It's perfect.
I think I remember first hearing about this theory at a pizza place, if I'm not mistaken.
Pizza place?
Yeah. I think I heard it over some good French fry pizza.
I think you might be right based off of things I've heard.
Especially if it has to do with Hipster Princess and Rhymes with Panda. Because I'm going to tell you people right now, those two love some French fry pizza, which is pretty good. So I'm not going to lie.
It is pretty good.
Yes.
I almost got some over the weekend.
Did you?
Almost. But then I realized Rogers also delivers. So I was like, I'm going to get a half rack of ribs instead.
That's the one thing I really miss about living in Dover is all the options.
Yeah, I didn't know Rogers delivered until last weekend. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I like Rogers.
I could get French onion soup and like meatloaf delivered. It's amazing.
What?
Let's do it.
What are her little emoticons? Devin, decipher. I'm an old man. Speak emote to me.
See, I only see two of them. One's going like this, and then one's going like this. Like,
And then there's the female symbol in
oops.
between the both of them.
That's what it looks like for us, right?
Yeah.
But I wonder if it, like on a phone, it's something else.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you to my nephew for sending that in. And sorry that we never got to it. I really feel bad about that.
I already apologized to him today. It's okay.
But honestly, apologize to Rhymes with Panda.
Okay, I'm sorry, Rhymes with Panda, that we didn't get to it
Yeah,
until
because
just now. Months later.
that was the real origin. I have my own theory about a different technology company, though.
Throw it down. Let's go.
Amazon.
Yep.
We're dead.
What about 'em?
We're going to be dead.
Why?
So, Amazon, this was a while back. I forgive you. Either last year or the beginning or close to the beginning of this year. Did you see the picture of Jeff Bezos walking with the dog from Boston Dynamics, the robot dog? Do you know the robot dog I'm talking about from Boston Dynamics?
I think I do. I think so.
It's like Metalhead from
Yeah.
Black Mirror,
Yeah.
only real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can open doors.
Yeah. Yes, it can.
They can think and figure out things. They can run like 30 miles an hour and hop over shit and fall over and pop right back up. And yeah. Okay. So he's walking around with them. Boston Dynamics was this cool little company making robots. And then ABC decided they would start investing in them. Do you know what ABC is? Or
Other than the television network?
the Alphabet company that Google. It's Google's offshoot of we're going to go get our tentacles into every single thing. And their big thing was scooping up anything with robotics and artificial intelligence. So they got
Okay. I haven't heard about this, by the way.
okay. So they got involved with Boston Dynamics. One of the things
Okay.
they did before they got out was make it so Google was embedded in all operating systems that these robots run.
Good. This sounds awesome.
Starting off pretty good, right?
Yeah. I like this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we all should love this. So here's the oh, thank you. Yes, there's the dog.
Hey, we got a new Blanchie on the block.
So the Alphabet company, Google's offshoot,
Yep.
embedded Google in these operating systems, then they just got out of it because they got what they needed. Now, if you think about that, well, who has the largest database of information on people? I don't know. Maybe Facebook does rival it, but I'm going to guess Google's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I'm sure more people use Google than Facebook.
Google knows your address. Google knows your face. Google knows your family. Google knows everything about you.
Yeah.
Now, let's say
But not you, Kevin, because you use Bing.
I don't, though.
What?
I don't.
Every time I'm on your laptop, it's
For some reason, that laptop goes to Bing. I don't know why, because I just haven't changed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
you
Um,
confused me.
Yeah, like Microsoft doesn't know everything, too. So now you think if they wanted to, they have access to that database. I can confirm he's a Bing guy. I am not a Bing guy.
I believe it.
I use Netscape Navigator. Google is fucking scary, man. Google is scary.
Oh my god.
So if these robots have certain OS embedded in them, they have access to that database. So they can be used to first be, hey, we've got these cool new delivery drone robots for Amazon. Next thing you know, they're running down the street 30 miles an hour with a machine gun strapped to them, chasing you down because you've done something wrong, and they know where you live.
Hypersonic bullets.
Hypersonic bullets. But
Yep.
like that is really a frightening thing to think about. A non-sentient robot that knows where you're gonna go, is way more maneuverable than you and way faster. Voiceless person's sweet. Not sweet. You're gonna think it's sweet when they think you did something wrong and they're gonna come after you and shoot you. What are you gonna do with your little gun at that point? You're gonna shoot a metal robot? It's gonna laugh at you.
Yeah, watch the Metalhead episode of Black
Oh,
Mirror.
don't watch the Metalhead episode of Black Mirror.
Watch the Metalhead episode of Black Mirror.
I agree.
Kevin's
Watch it.
onto something here.
Yeah, well, no, that's why Black Mirror frightens me. Yes.
Okay, so tell me how Amazon.
Well, I just told you. So they get out into the mainstream, into the public, and people get used to them by being delivery drones.
Right, but how are they going to go from delivery drones to Amazon shooting us?
Not Amazon. Amazon just helps them get them out to the public.
Okay, so who's going to take control of them to have them shoot us?
Take your pick. Government, shadow government.
Shadow government.
Which
I like
which
that.
nasty conspiracy theory bad guy do you want to pick to put in place?
Robert C. Christian,
Okay.
supervillain behind the hypersonic missiles that he sold to China.
The scary thing is, rhymes with panda, sci-fi always does know.
It does.
Always knows.
It does. Yep.
Has a little bit to do with self-fulfilling prophecy, but it always knows.
Prophecies are just shooting an arrow and then painting
I mean,
the bullseye.
honestly, a lot of that is, though. Like, people that are very smart like to read science fiction, then they get out and to do things in the world, and they end up reproducing what they read. And, I mean, a lot of that's
Right.
what it is.
Yeah.
It still doesn't make it not creepy. Artificial intelligence, man. So,
AI even scares Elon Musk. Just throwing that out there.
oh, that was another thing. Did you see the weird tweet from Elon Musk?
I think I did, but refresh my memory.
Neil A. Armstrong was the first
Oh,
man to walk
yeah.
on the moon. Neil A.
Yeah.
backwards is alien. There are no coincidences.
Alien.
That man
it's funny,
control
Neil-
with the best of them.
Oh God, yeah. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin both had like comic book names in it.
Yeah.
Of course, they were the first men to walk on the moon. Look at their names.
Buzz Aldrin apparently had a giant meltdown in Antarctica. Like,
in Antarctica.
yeah, he was in Antarctica, and there's L. Ron Hubbard is behind it all. He lives with Tupac and Biggie. Yeah, Buzz Aldrin was in Antarctica with a bunch of people, and he's not wrong. Buzz Aldrin he's always been one of the ones to say that he saw alien craft, and, you know, well, he didn't say alien craft, but he always said he saw things in space that he couldn't explain. He's always kind of
Yeah.
hinted around at alien life, things like that. Some people took some things he said way out of context, saying that the reason why we've never gone back to the moon is because we never went. Yeah, Neil A, alien. See, he's not wrong. That's why he's a massive troll, and he's really good at it. But so he was in Antarctica, and I don't know why. But with all the stuff that's happening in Antarctica, those weird sounds that are coming out that may or may not be an alien craft, he had some big, massive meltdown. I haven't read enough into it yet, but something weird happened with Buzz in Antarctica. Antarctica's a weird place, man.
Yeah. Have you seen that there are pyramids there?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where it could just be a mountain.
You've seen them though, right?
I've seen them.
They have 4 sides.
They will also, but you can also, if you look at some mountains in the Himalayas, look very similar.
And why do they?
I'm not saying they're
built.
not.
They were built.
Don't get me wrong. I'm your guy to go down that road. There's a geocache there. Okay. That is a very cold place to try to go get a geocache. If you want to go do it, be careful.
Hey, at least you know there wouldn't be any muggles around.
No muggles.
No muggles.
Actually, I think it's in a place where there would be. I think it's in the base. Isn't it? Is it like one of the main bases? That's where the geocache is? Isn't it like you have to take a picture?
But I mean, if they all know about it, then they wouldn't be muggles.
There's one in the ISS.
Is there really?
Yeah. You want to go get that one? Have fun.
No.
Yeah. That one's a difficult one to get. I don't think many people are going to get that one. That's kind of a shitty place to put one, whoever put it there. Like,
Yeah,
ha,
someone-
I'm on the ISS. I put a geocache. You can't get it.
No one's gonna ever be able to 100% the geocaches.
First for the find. Jackass. Don't put it on the ISS. That's not fair. Remind me, where was I? Before Buzz Aldrin had a meltdown. What were we talking about? Oh, Amazon. Amazon killing us with robots.
Amazon,
Amazon
yes.
killing us with robots.
Yes.
Yes. So they don't necessarily kill us right away. They just help get them out into the mainstream and people are comfortable around the robots.
Okay, so we become complacent, and then they kill us.
Like that doesn't happen all the time. That we become
What, becoming
complacent
complacent?
around things.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Like giving out every piece of information we have about ourselves onto the internet.
We've become very complacent.
And thinking that goes
But
nowhere.
hey, if you have nothing to hide.
Oh, that old thing. That old gag. If you've got nothing to hide, then what do you got to worry about? Tell that to...
I mean, on one hand, it's like, I mean, they're not wrong, but on the other hand,
Oh yeah, tell that to the Knights Templar.
my freedom. Yeah, I guess you're right about that, huh?
They were
Sorry, well,
they were working for the people that ended up killing them.
We'll all just go find Robert C. Christian and we'll form Freemasonry 2.
2.0. Oh, there's a
2.0.
series on Netflix, Inside Freemasonry. It's about
Yes.
Have you seen it yet?
Good show. Good show.
Yeah, about in England. I think it's in London, right? Basically in London.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
There's a few different
But
ones. A few different
one's in like
lodges,
the
yeah,
main lodge of like the main. And
of England. Yeah.
I didn't realize that the Duke of Kent, what is it? The Duke of Kent, who is like the Queen's
I
husband,
believe it's the Duke of Kent. Yeah.
is like head honcho Freemason.
Yep.
Which doesn't shock me. I mean, I still don't think that like, oh, that proves that they're evil and they're. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you put the most important person in your organization as the Grand Poobah? I mean, yeah.
Here's what I don't understand, though. Okay. No, I guess it's probably. I guess I already just answered it in my own head, but I'll say it anyway. Freemasonry was created by Scots after they fought and succeeded for their freedom against England. So why would the Duke of Kent be like the head honcho?
Well, over time, that hatred kind of goes away.
That, and also what I said in my head was it was a religious thing. It wasn't a political thing. So
Right.
it would, yeah, it kind of becomes a bit more inclusive after the religious.
I think it's
gets washed
it's
away.
a good watch for people though, because it shows you kind of like what we were talking about, the cross section of people that are in it. The Muslim who was becoming a brother.
Yep.
And he was like taking it real seriously and like learning all the words and stuff. Then you had the other crazy kind of like boxer guy who really wasn't like paying attention. He couldn't remember the lines and all this stuff.
Yep.
I think it's
just normal.
I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry.
Bless you. Oh my
It would have
goodness.
taken too much.
We're
It would
live.
have taken too much work to try to mute that. So,
We're live, and you want to sneeze?
I know. How dare I be sniffly and sneezy? But did you see like some of the goofy stuff? Is like the handshakes, like just the goofy handshakes.
Oh yeah. It's just a goofy.
Bless you.
It's just
Thank
a
you.
goofy thing.
And
But it also
they're like,
How
we
much of
can't
that
show you
was-
all the ceremonies, but here's some of the dumb things we do.
yeah. How much do you think was purposely veiled? To be,
Oh, a
do you
lot.
think this was another like? Well, no, like as far as going crackpot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you can
like
go down the
that.
whole thing of, well, yeah, they're acting right now. Yeah.
Right.
But and that's fair. Like the people that have that belief, that definitely is fair. But if you watch that thing and you see some of the things like and you have to see the tongue in cheek in it. Like there's a lot of tongue in cheek in there. There's a lot of them just being like they said that All Lang Syne is a Mason song.
Yeah.
But they just added like lyrics into that song to make it a Mason song. And they're like, yeah, I bet you didn't know
Yeah.
that. It's a Mason song.
I loved it was like the beginning of the very first episode. One guy was asked like, what is something that you guys do? I don't know what the
Yeah.
exact question because you don't hear it. But it's like, what is something you guys do that you can't share or whatever? And the dude answered with, we sacrifice
Yeah.
goats.
No. He's like, they always get it wrong. They say we sacrifice goats. It's sheep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then he just kind of like
Yeah,
chuckles
he just
it off.
laughs it off.
Hilarious.
But like you see that it's just a giant game of dress up for old men. Like
Yeah.
the higher they get,
But-
the fancier their little aprons,
aprons.
get, and they're all proud
Yep.
of it. And they get their pins and stuff.
But up until what point does it become serious, Kevin?
Well, it's your 13th
What
degree.
degree
Once you're
Mason?
13th, that's it. Then you get the keys to the castle. You know all the secrets.
Yeah, but then you still have 20 more degrees to go.
Oh,
before
right,
you're, like, the
33,
top.
right?
It's 33.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. You got a ways to go.
And don't you have to go to the Scott Wright
You have to
Lodge to become 33?
you have to do like they do in Scientology. You have to then learn about Xenu,
Oh, what do they call that?
Thetans, and getting thrown in the mountain and the fire, the volcano, and all
That's
that
right.
stuff.
And the souls get captured in a soul catcher, and they
Yes.
store them in
For
human
billions
bodies.
of years.
And somehow, people who are just born get a soul. I guess.
And
I don't
Tom
know.
Cruise believes this.
Yeah. So does that Danny guy from
That Danny guy. Right. The
that 70s show.
sexual harassing Danny guy from that 70s show. Yeah.
Yeah, sexually harassed the singer of At the Drive-In.
Is that who it was?
Yes, actually.
After you give them all your money, well, listen, voiceless person, let's settle down because I do believe the Catholic religion likes to take them some money from their people too.
I believe we already talked about tithing.
Yeah, I think. But now I'll get the argument that that's Catholics, not Christians.
Well, don't Christians do it too? In some churches?
Yeah, a lot of times they're a little less strict.
Right. With Catholic, I believe they take it out of your
Well, they
check.
will. They can. They do. They don't always. They give you little envelopes
Okay.
though. Which, see, I'm not. I told you. What did I tell you? I told you it was coming.
Christians.
when
like
I
the money
used-
too. I mean, I would like your money as well.
When I used to go
Just-
to church, we had these little boxes of envelopes that they gave you, and they had a number on the corner of the envelope, so they knew if you gave your donation.
Oh. That's so.
I remember I had to go until I got confirmed. That was like the one thing that my grandmother asked when she was dying of my mother, to make sure the grandkids got confirmed. My mother was not religious. She's like, you know what? You're going to get confirmed because your dying grandmother asked me that, and I'm doing that for her. Do whatever you want afterwards, but that's happening. She's like, I don't want to go to
It's not
church
bad.
either, but this is happening. So, the day we were about to march out in our little robes and you got to come up with a new name and blah, 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 blah. Mind you, at this point, my father was bedridden.
Yep.
The priest comes up to me, the head honcho priest, and goes, I've noticed your father hasn't been in church in a long time. And I'm like, yeah, no, he hasn't been. And he's like, oh, that's too bad. I'm like, yeah, he really can't because he can't walk. And he goes, oh, would you like me to come out and give him service there? And I go, no. Mind you, he's saying this to a kid who's in like junior high, who's about to go walk out and be confirmed.
As if you have like the say for that anyway.
And he didn't understand the level of psychosis he was dealing with.
Right.
I said, this is what I said. I go, the last time my father had interactions with a priest, he punched him in the face.
Is that a
True
true
story.
story? Oh my goodness.
True story. Because my sister Michelle caused problems at Rochester Catholic School. My father got brought down there. He got told something he didn't like by Monsignor Simard, who was a head honcho. Babe Ruth Field. The Babe Ruth Field is named after him in Rochester. Just so you know.
What's his name?
Monsignor Gil Simard.
Yeah, well, I know it as Babe Ruth Field, so I don't think it's actually
It
named
is
after him.
too. Go back there, look at the sign. Babe Ruth is second to Gil Simard on that sign.
That's okay. Yeah, but everyone calls it Babe Ruth. Did he really win this one?
No. So, no, he didn't. No, Babe Ruth still trumps him.
Probably should have prayed a bit harder for that one.
But yeah, so my dad got down there and Monsignor Simard said something and he got popped in the face.
Popped in the face. Just gave him a little pop.
Just gave him one of
On the
them.
face.
Walked out. Pulled my sister out of Rochester Catholic School, and that's the end of that.
Amazing.
Yeah, so religion isn't big on my family.
So that's where you get it from.
Yeah, I was raised right.
I'm not saying you go around punching people, but I know you would if you
Oh,
could.
Given the right circumstances.
Right.
I'm sure,
right.
knowing my father, I'm sure the right thing was said to deserve a punch.
Probably. I mean, I didn't know your father.
It's funny that Hipster Princess knows this too, so I'm not making this up. Voiceless person, I understand you believe it. If you could have just met the man, you would believe it even more. There's some stories you could tell. That guy had some stories. Where were we? Religion, bad. Fire, good.
This was a really sidetracked night for us.
It's been good though.
Oh no, I'm just saying. It's actually been
We've
fun.
talked about some good stuff. We've had some good topics.
We have, yeah.
Actually, let's take
we also
You know what we should do?
commercial.
Try out our new Be Right Back screen with our commercials.
Yes.
And then come back, regroup, figure out a couple topics to talk about. See if chat will give us the topics. Don't go anywhere.
Chat, do us a favor and do our work.
Do us
for
a solid
okay?
and
come on,
make us smart.
make us
sound smart.
if you can. I know it's asking for a lot.
We're not good at doing that.
We know good.
We know smart. Inger's Pokemon Go. Oh yes, that's a good one. We can come back to that. That is not bad. Devin has knowledge
really
of
for
both
us,
of those games, as I do too, and so does
Yep.
Remsen. My fault, Remsen. I got you into that.
I've already got an idea on that
Awesome.
one too.
Good.
Already.
Remsen saving the day, giving us a topic. Okay, so
Glad I had 2 coffees today because I'm on the ball.
all right, water break, bathroom break, commercial break.
Both.
Listen to our commercials.
All 3.
Support our sponsors. We shall be right back. Look at our cool work that we did on making ourselves look professional.
I'm ready for this. I haven't seen this yet.
All right, we'll be back in a bit.
Hungry.
Yay.
Let's stop and get something for lunch.
Sure. What were you thinking?
Something cheap and hearty. It's like negative 1 billion degrees out there.
What about...
Hungry? Cold? That's what we're told.
Huh?
If you're hungry and want something a little tart, come on down to Healthy Heart.
Healthy Heart.
Healthy Heart, where you can eat soups and stews on the go just for you.
Soups and stews as fast food? I don't know about that. What's on the menu?
All of it. Clean liver surprise, Chinese chicken chowder, salty spaghetti fusion, loaded leftover mishmashed tater compound, and of course, our most famous Healthy Heart merger.
Those all sound...
Mind-blowingly hearty?
Why is Healthy Heart Merger your most famous?
Because eat the heart of your enemies, live forever.
Wait, what? Ah! Oh, God!
Oh God, what are you...
Healthy Heart Soups and Stews, a fun organic chain coming to a township near you.
Wednesday. Hump Day. This Wednesday.
Extreme
Duck and Roller Derby. Featuring humps and bumps. Cause it's
Extreme
Derby. This hump day, watch the rose petals battle it out against the snowflakes in this week's
Extreme Duck and Roller Derby.
brought to you by Tuck and Roll Media.
Has the government made promises and then backpedaled on them?
Have you been forcibly removed from your home?
If you're a victim of a government contract gone wrong, then call the law offices of Sapa and Gito.
Here at Sapa and Gito, we'll make sure you get the compensation you deserve. Don't let the government screw you over a day longer than they deserve to. Call the law offices of Sapa and Gito now.
Hi, I'm Mr. Chester, and I'm here to tell you about my adult coloring scrolls. Other adult coloring books force you to color weird shapes and scenes from movies no real adult has ever experienced. Not my coloring scrolls, though. Just listen to these testimonies.
I've never slayed a dragon, and I'm definitely not a square, so why would I want to color those? Know what I have experienced? Debt and bankruptcy. Now, with Chester's adult coloring scrolls, I can make my debt go from red to green.
I like to drink, but I also have an artistic side. I can't write or draw, but I can sort of color. With Mr. Chester's adult coloring scrolls, I can drink and color a man who is also drinking. Now I'm not drinking alone. Who cares if the lines are blurred? I'm so alone.
So there you have it. And coming soon, personalized scrolls. That's right. Send us a photo of yourself, a loved one, or someone you can't stand. Pick from our list of situations, and we'll digitally add your face. Color yourself drunk and passed out while television babysits your child. Or do you miss your ex-lover? Color yourself still together. Or murdering them, cheating on you with their new lover. The possibilities are endless. So go out and find yourself a Chester's adult coloring scroll, where coloring is a reality.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Let's stop and get something for lunch.
Sure. What were you thinking?
Something cheap and hearty. It's like negative a billion degrees out there.
What about...
Hungry? Cold? That's what we're told.
Huh?
If you're hungry and want something a little tart, come on down to Healthy Heart.
Healthy Heart.
Healthy Heart, where you can eat soups and stews on the go just for you.
Soups and stews as fast food? I don't know about that. What's on the menu?
All of it! Clean liver surprise, Chinese chicken chowder, salty spaghetti fusion, loaded leftover mishmashed tater compound, and of course, our most famous healthy heart merger.
Those all sound...
Mind-blowingly hearty?
Why is Healthy Heart Merger your most famous?
Because eat the heart of your enemies, live forever.
Wait, what?
Oh God!
Oh God, what are you...
Healthy Heart Soups and Stews, a fun organic chain coming to a township near you.
Wednesday, Hump Day. This Wednesday,
Extreme
Duck and Roller Derby.
featuring
Humps and Bumps. Cause it's
Extreme Derby.
this Hump Day. Watch the Rose Petals battle it out against the Snowflakes in this week's
Extreme Tuck and Roller Derby.
brought to you by Tuck and Roll Media.
Has the government made promises and...
Okay, we are back. Sorry to voiceless person that we actually had to stop, but 2 hours of talking, you kind of need a water and bathroom break. Everybody wants to go to the Tuck and Roller Derby. Even though it has to do with Mr. Tuck, I'm a fan.
It's Wednesday too.
Yeah,
like
it's so fitting.
It's so fitting.
Yes. We did lose Remsen. I got a text message from him. He needed to go to bed. But I did say thank you. If he's still listening at all, thank you very much for stopping in, and thank you for giving us this next topic.
Yes.
So Remsen had brought up, what if Ingress / Pokemon Go, which are both from the Niantic company, it's a game, mobile app, has you go to different locations. Ingress is to take over locations from the opposing team. There's a green team and a blue team. You can do some other things, but they're usually pretty cool locations, things that have local interest. They piggybacked on that and made Pokemon Go, which is now where you go and find Pokemon in all the same, well, not all of them, but the Pokestops, as they're called, are what the Ingress portals were. So they just kind of piggybacked off the technology they already had, and they made it into a Pokemon game, which made it way bigger than Ingress was.
Massive.
Ingress is still going. I prefer Ingress to Pokemon. I did play both.
I preferred Ingress.
Yeah,
Actually.
I mean, Ingress, just a little different dynamic to the game than Pokemon Go. I would never be one to want to go battle people with my Pokemon, so that was never an interest to me. But the cool thing with Ingress that I liked was making the giant triangles that would then shade in, layering those. Seeing what some people did, like where you get the entire country covered by a triangle, I thought that's kind of cool. They do the whole state of New Hampshire sometimes.
And also getting fried Oreos and Farmer
Yes.
King.
Oh my God, those were so good. Sounds kinky.
It was kinky.
Gotta catch them all, though. Got to catch them all. Just real quick, I've been told that I'm too fidgety, and it looks like I'm like holding in a burp sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm not real comfortable on camera yet. I'll get better, I promise. Making me feel self-conscious. So your theory. You had a theory on this.
More so just like a supportive idea. When you capture portals in Ingress, or you go to a Pokemon gym or Pokestop, you're calibrating the GPS system.
Oh. Wow, yeah, that actually probably is very real.
Right? If the theory is true, that would be my guess as to what the underlying thing.
Yeah, and that's not like a crazy fringe thing. That seems very realistic and actually kind of a smart way to do it. Like, it's free calibration.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't have to send some agent out there to do it, and they're doing it.
Doing it for you. And honestly, that's not like nefarious. Yeah, exactly. That makes total sense. Like if I was working for good job, Devin. You should get a job with the government.
I may not be a smart man, Jenny, but I know what calibration is. I don't know why I was doing this.
That's the kind of thing that will get you a huge bonus at some type of an organization. Like if you were in the government and they're like, "Hey, man, we really got to get these GPS calibrated," and you're like, "Hey, there's a game out there that uses GPS that people go to all the time.
Make them
just
do
use
it.
that data." They'd be like,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You just saved us a boatload of money, sir, so we're going to give you a boatload of money.
I wouldn't do it though, because I like Matt.
I was going to say, you're much like Will Hunting, where you'd be like, no, you're not going to use my genius. Taking my talents to South Beach like LeBron.
Jesus.
I do love that monologue. Even though it was, wasn't it actually delivered by, oh no, he did that one. Yeah, Ben
did that one,
when
yeah.
he was pretending to be Will, did the whole one with retainer. You suspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love that movie.
That was Batman.
I am Batman. Oh, question for you. It was a debate at work. Do we know when the nipples on the Batman costume started in the movies? Was it Val Kilmer or George Clooney?
No.
Okay.
George Clooney.
So
Batnips. Clooney.
it went Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, correct?
I don't know.
I think that's the way it went. Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer.
Order of Batman actors.
Well, first you're going to get the great Adam West. Rest in peace.
Actually, first I got Lewis Wilson.
Oh, okay. Well, that's way back. Yeah.
And then Adam West. And Olin
Don't know
Soul.
who that is.
Michael Keaton, Kevin Conroy, Val Kilmer, George
Kevin
Clooney.
Conroy? Was that like a cartoon version, maybe? There's no way that was a major movie version of Batman. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, okay.
He's a
So it
voice
was a
actor.
cartoon. Okay.
Yeah. It was the animated series from the 90s. He did.
Was
okay.
that this was
Good
that
call,
the same
Kevin.
time that Mark Hamill was the Joker?
I think so actually, because it was 92.
Yeah, that would make sense then.
Yeah. He also did other stuff after that as
Kevin Conroy? Yeah.
Yes. So actually, yes, I think so. It is.
So I think Paul.
anyways.
I did it again. I think he was going down the path of it could be nefarious too, though. Tracking your movements.
The tracking?
Looking to see where you go.
I mean,
data mining.
probably. But here's the thing with that, though, is they don't. The only reason why they would need to have Ingress or Pokemon Go would be for the calibration purposes. We already have GPS on our phones.
Yeah. True.
So, not only are they having.
Well, then in theory, you could calibrate from just people having phones.
How?
Well, it's the same way, right? If you're saying that they already have it on there and they could track where you go, then they could just use your location currently to calibrate it, correct?
Well, you could lose calibration. And that's the whole point of tapping. So you tap on that thing and it sends a ping to their servers. And it's like, all right.
Now, I'm not
calibrated.
convinced that your phone isn't constantly pinging anyways. I'm not convinced that your phone isn't constantly pinging anyways.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
exactly.
always pinging. It's always
That's
pinging cell towers.
Right. And then just the clicking on the Pokestops or the portals and ingress would just be, oh, okay, so they're right here in accordance to where this calibrated point would.
Yeah, it would be way. You're right. It would be way more accurate to do it that way than just generically pinging from your phone.
Right.
True enough. There's something I thought of. Oh, I had a couple of crypto/weird animal stories. Cryptozoology. Apparently, somebody has taken a picture of a Tasmanian tiger.
Say
Somebody
that
has
again?
taken a picture of a Tasmanian tiger.
Oh,
So
I've heard.
this is fairly new, a new picture. And I shall bring it up. For those of you that don't know what a Tasmanian tiger is, it's another marsupial from, surprise, surprise, Australia and New Zealand, that was believed to have gone extinct.
Back in the early
1900s. Yes.
Right?
But there's
Right?
people that have,
Yeah.
much like people saying mountain lions around here, which just the other day I saw that same, FYI, Joel Schumacher added nipple in 1995. Yes, but who was the Batman? That was the George Clooney Batman?
I believe it was George Clooney.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher came in and just trashed that whole thing, but I think it was George Clooney. So, oh yeah, I was saying that same picture of a mountain lion dragging a deer, we were like, this was in Barrington. No, it's a picture from Texas. It's been around forever. But suddenly they're like, see, told you Fish and Game in New Hampshire didn't want to talk about. Okay, fine, maybe there are, but they're not dragging deer around on game cams. That's not happening here. But there's been people in New Zealand and Australia that have always said they keep seeing Tasmanian tigers, but nobody has really had concrete evidence of it. But this new picture, now mind you, when I bring it up, it very easily could be a fake. I mean, who knows? But let's see. 2 days ago, this is probably it. Where's the actual picture? Oh, those are just drawings. Man takes picture of extinct of what could be the extinct, and then it's just pictures, drawings of. Click here to see the picture Mr. Groves took. Okay, let's click on this. And I now have a virus. Just kidding. Okay. Prepare to be totally underwhelmed, everybody. All right. It was Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was the original nipples. Okay, so I was right at work, by the way. FYI.
Yep.
And here we go. Prepare to be underwhelmed. This is the new... You're infected. This is the latest picture of the Tasmanian tiger. Devin, can you see it? Are you underwhelmed?
A little bit, but it's also low resolution on here.
Okay, you want me to make this bigger. Okay. I will cover up Devin and I's faces for now so the people in chat can see what I'm talking about. Don't be sad when you can't see us anymore. You asked for this. Doop.
Oh, now
okay.
I have to see.
So there's the picture. Bless you. Now,
thank you.
If anyone, I don't know if anyone knows what a Tasmanian tiger looks like in real life, but let's just.
It kind of looks similar to that, but it's hard to tell.
I'm typing on a keyboard that's off to the side.
Kevin, can you send that link?
Do you want me to send it in chat?
Either way.
Okay, so real quick, this is what a Tasmanian tiger looks. That's an actual picture of a Tasmanian tiger. You see the stripes, you see the kind of smallish tail, artist rendering. Okay, so then this is what the picture is. Let me do this real quick, Devin. I'm going to pull this off to the side, and I'll send that to you. I'll put it in chat. So what do people think? Devin, your first impression?
I mean, it looks similar, but it's the picture is just such a low quality picture.
Agreed. It is low quality. But some of the things that do stand out are you can see this a little bit of striping on the tail. The head Yeah.
But just the tail.
But again, a lot of different animals have different shadings. Like they're not all exactly the same. The head does look rather Tasmanian tigerish. If we go back and look at some of these, it's got that same kind of head. And as you see, like that drawing, they're a little bit more just on the tail. So I mean, it's similar. It's similar. Now it could be a fake. That could definitely have been just cut and dropped into that picture, but
thing is though, this is the latest image of a Tasmanian tiger, but I remember reading a few years ago an article that was fairly new at the time saying that more people are starting to claim they're seeing.
Yeah. This, like I said, this has been going on for a long time, that people have claimed to see Tasmanian tiger. Much like I was saying, that people report seeing wildcats, like mountain lions in New Hampshire, in New England.
Right.
But they're elusive. They're hard to find. They don't just like hang out and say, take a picture of me.
No, they don't want to be seen.
Hipster princess, it is cute, isn't it? And voiceless person, not sure you saw that in Gonic. Could be. Who knows what's going on with between the water treatment plant and the landfill? Could, but I don't think so.
Gonetians are crazy, anyways.
Weird things happen around Mount Gonic. Gonetians are strange creatures. You know what they say too?
They sure are.
Gonic, always drinking tonic. It's like straight out of a Snoop Dogg song. Devin, one thing I was going to say to you too, by the way, is don't be mad because I'm doing me better than you're doing you. Exactly where I saw it. And on Mount Gonic? That'd be crazy. A lot of weird things on Mount Gonic. So that was one of the cryptozoology things. The next one really isn't cryptozoology, but it is an interesting animal story. There was a seizure of ivory in Africa.
Okay.
Wasn't elephant. It was not elephant tusks. They got them. They're like, these are elephant tusks. They researched it, studied them a bit. Not elephant tusks. Mammoth tusks. A whole bunch of them.
Now, when you say seizure, do you mean taken from people or they
taken from poachers? So thinking they were elephant tusks. Now,
how did poachers come across that?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Did they stumble upon the same thing that you find in North America, where there's massive, and in Russia, where there's massive simultaneous die-offs of mammoths, so the tusks are all in one location? Because they all got killed at the same time during the catastrophe.
That would make sense. Yeah, maybe poachers found a reserve, if you will.
Yeah, like a mammoth graveyard. Like a massive, a mass casualty zone of mammoth. They found the tusks. Now, that does not let them off the hook, because taking those is pretty much as illegal as poaching elephants. You can't just go grabbing tusks of mammoths and sell them. Doesn't work that way.
No.
But it's weird, like, I think I've shown you before, we may have talked about it on the show before, how in the 1800s, 1700s, 1800s, there would be massive warehouses just full of mammoth tusks. So you got to think how many were wasted way back then. Like how many there really were. And it just adds more credibility to the mass die-off at the end of the Younger Dryas.
Yeah. It was fact, I believe this image right here is mammoth. I believe.
Let's take a look. Oh yeah, the London Ivory Market. Yeah, yep. And if you look at that image, and if you want, I can bring it up and we can share it. But if anyone's in chat and is looking at that, look at the size of those tusks. Those aren't elephant. That is not elephant. Those are
those are huge.
Those are way bigger than elephant tusks. And granted, you can get some pretty big elephant tusks, but not that big. That's mammoth.
Yeah, that's.
Whoa is a good description. That's how I would sum it up. Whoa.
Because here's the thing: is mammoths or woolly mammoth. Looking at this chart right here, they're about the same size as the African savanna. However, their tusks are much longer.
Now, it depends on which chart you look at, which size chart. There's some mammoths that are close to elephant size, but there's some that are ridiculously bigger than elephants.
And then there are some that are smaller. Yeah.
There's still some pygmy elephants around now, too. But if you look at, like, the woolly mammoth, I think the mastodon might be way bigger.
Yeah.
There's some called, like, Columbian mammoths, I think. I forget all the different types. But most of them are way bigger than elephants.
Let's search pachyderm.
Largest pachyderm. Yeah, pachyderm size
chart.
Now, are you going to spell it right?
That'll give us everything. PACHYDERM.
Oh, look at you.
I already spelt it out.
It's ginormous. Correct, hipster princess.
However, I'm just getting pictures of like shirts, hoodies.
Southbound pachyderm. That's a Primus song.
Really, I can't find anything like that. I just wanna.
Let's see.
The Songhua River mammoth seems to be the largest, based off of this one that shows 7 different types. The woolly mammoth actually is not as big as what I think it is. It's about the same size as the African forest elephant. Smaller than the African bush elephant.
Here we go. Let's share this. This is a good one. Okay. So here's a good picture.
There we go.
Yeah, so there's your average human. I can't really read what they are, but look at the size of some of these things.
Kevin, I think
I don't know if I can. How do I what do you do? Like controls, scroll wheel? Oh yeah, there we go. How's that? Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, so look, you got your little cute elephants down here. Hipster princess, you're gonna like that. Look at the little cute elephants down there. And then you got your big boys.
Dumbo.
And you got your woolly mammoths. Did they even show a modern elephant? I don't even really see a modern elephant on here, do you? Paleocene, Holocene. So that should be... All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. American mastodon. That doesn't really show compared to the... Let's go back here.
What's that biggest
one? It's so
one
hard
named?
to read it in that. I can't really read it. Let's see if there's a better...
Okay. I mean, well, either way, this just shows that...
This is the one that you were
those
looking at,
tusks
I
in the
think.
image. Yes,
Asian
that
elephant
is
is number
exactly.
6. Yeah, if you look... Oh, my God. The Columbian mammoth. That's the one I knew about. That's really big. African bush elephant is still around. And that's number 3.
Yes, that's...
The woolly mammoth is probably taller than modern elephants. Like especially with that
maybe a bit
crown
taller.
on its head.
But it
Yes.
definitely has longer tusks, which and they're more curved too. So it looks like in that image of the factory that would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
the London Ivory Factory. That would be
Let's see if
mammoth
there's like
instead
another.
of elephant.
I like this chart. This is a pretty funny chart. We think those are big, and then you're like, oh look, here's a blue whale. Ever.
Yeah, largest animal ever like I don't want to say recorded history,
Documented,
but,
yeah.
fossil history.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
And
They're
this
alive
will
today.
get.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
this is where did that go? This is fun to give you a to scale size of an elephant compared to a car,
Yeah.
and then you think how big the biggest of the mammoths were, and it's just ridiculous. This is some of the things I like to see though too. See this rhino type looking thing back here? That used to live in North America.
Yep.
Yeah. And it
North
lived
oh my
the same
goodness.
time as the mammoths. So those things were, I forget what
What
they're
is that
called, but
creature?
it's like a North American rhinoceros. Right. It is a North American
American what?
rhinoceros. I don't know what its actual name is.
Oh,
But they used to live in North America the same time that they are all cute elephants. Okay, fair enough. I thought the pygmy ones were even cuter. Look, there's a close up. Here you go, hipster princess. There's a close up of the pygmy elephant. Okay.
Kevin, you should look up a megatherium.
Want to give me Mega Ther THER, or is it OR? IUM?
IUM.
Oh, this is a big ground sloth.
It's a part of
Yes.
the North American megafauna.
Yes, these are
is huge.
North American ground sloth. Here's a good representation of one.
That looks like something out
Oh
of
yeah,
sci-fi.
like that is Control Shift. There's your human, 5 foot tall human, and that's a sloth, people. A sloth.
And then there's a Paraceratherium.
CE?
CERA. Yeah. Paracera. Like Michael Cera.
So is this the
Paracera.
rhino looking thing? It's just a different pachyderm. Okay, yeah.
No.
And was this another one of the megafauna that was gone, or was
It's,
this a dinosaur time frame?
Yep. This was
Look
around
at
I want to say
that.
probably around the megatherium time as well. I think it's huge.
At
That
the
was in North
time
America.
when everything went kablooey. Look at that.
That's not even the one
You have a
that
bigger
I
one?
have an image of. The one I'm
Oh,
looking at has this long
yeah,
neck,
okay, like this.
almost like a giraffe. Yes.
Where did it go?
Look at these things. You can kind of see
Now,
like,
I want you
modern
to
animals in there, right?
to keep in mind, we're to believe that humans came across the land bridge, killed all of these giant things, killed all of the mammoths, killed all the saber-toothed tigers, and killed all the woolly rhinoceroses, along with the rest of 80%
This
of
one
the
happened.
megafauna in the U.S. Yes,
You can't
hunter-gatherers
convince me
did
otherwise.
that. Please note the size of said hunter-gatherer up against this thing. And they did that with
thing's huge.
They did that with spears.
The thing is huge.
No, they didn't. There's no way. I mean, this right here should give people enough evidence to say that something else happened. That this was not humans doing this. At least in my mind. Yeah, if you go...
Yeah, same.
North American mega fauna.
It's funny that you're searching that because I am on that same exact page right now on Google.
And here's some of them. Now, this is a great picture. This is a great picture because...
That was the one I was looking at.
Because here's the guy that killed them all. And we're...
No, that's not to say humans didn't kill them.
Mass
but they
extinct
didn't
them.
cause them to go extinct. There's no way. Not all
They're not
of these creatures, as big as they are,
and you're
as
not even
vicious as
seeing
some of
the
them are.
mammoths. Like this is what we're told. This is what we're supposed to believe. That. Oh yeah. Also, it came in and wiped out all these giant bears too. By the way.
Yeah, because that's
these bears that are
something they'd wanna
way
do.
bigger than modern grizzlies, and grizzlies are huge. And here you see a U.S. soldier riding a sloth.
See, that's what would have happened.
Yes,
if there was
eventually
no
we
mass
would be
extinction.
riding sloths and using them as weapons
Right
of
there.
mass destruction.
Yep.
Here's our camel that used to live in North
Absolutely.
America. There's the short-faced bear. There's the ground sloth. The horse. The dire wolf. Gigantic wolves. Massive wolves. Used to just roam. The American lion. I forgot we had a lion. We did have a lion.
I didn't know we had a lion.
Yes.
I also
We
didn't
had,
realize
and
we had
that's the
horses.
reason why. So, you know what an antelope is, right? And the pronghorn,
Yes.
is the fastest creature in the West. It also runs like no other creature, and there's no reason for it to be as fast as it is. And the only reason it's that fast is because when this time frame was around, there were creatures that would hunt it down and kill it. Why did everything get smaller?
Which makes sense.
Because the climate changed. That's why these animals all got
That's
wiped
real-
out at the
that's a
same
real
time.
thing,
Then the
too.
climate changed and they're just not able to grow as big. Plus other predators came in that kept things from getting to that size.
Also, if you were to look at the ice core sample chart of the climate changes the past however long it's been, it actually correlates to with the mini ice age during the dark age. The average height for people down a few inches because of the cold climate.
So here
it's a real thing.
Is our kind of what you're talking about too. This is the Younger Dryas stuff. So this is what I mean.
Yeah.
And this is what people really need to kind of understand when people talk about climate change and the earth warming. Look at what it was doing. Cold, real warm, cold, real warm. Like in no time. Like whenever you see a straight line like this on a graph that's thousands of years before present, and it's a straight line up, that is no time. And look at the snowfall going up. And now this is present. Oh, do both of us keep cutting out, or just Devin? Because I noticed Devin was cutting out a little bit. Are we both cutting out? Devin, can you go ahead and talk?
Sure.
It's
here I am.
probably because I have
Of course,
screens
I burp.
open.
Talking.
My computer's like, no, I don't want to do it. All right, I'll close it out.
Don't do this to me right now.
Fix things. Let's get back here. And that away. Transition back. We'll see if we can fix the sound by doing that. Sorry. We're trying to be interactive and showing you some pretty pictures, and we might have just ruined everything.
Everything got ruined because of us.
Oh, I don't know. We're at 2:43. This is pretty long. Do you have anything else?
It's about our. It's just nothing new, but just looking at these megaphone that
I know.
Got lost, like became extinct. It's crazy to think that. And like I said, you can really see like a lot of like modern animals too.
Yeah, I mean, the sloths are really fascinating because the sloths we have around, they're just shrunken versions of those.
It's like, yep. And I don't think, do we actually have sloths
Not
right
that I
now
know
that are
of in
native
North
to
America, no.
North America?
I don't know. I don't know of any.
It makes me wonder, are all animals around this time as big as these ones? Is it just in North America and Africa and probably
Adapt and
Siberia
change,
and
man.
Europe? What about like South America?
I don't know
South
if it was
America have
around the same
megafauna?
time period that they would or wouldn't have. My thought is I don't think there was as massive a change in climate down there. So I think they're relatively the same. I could be way off though. There was probably massive megafauna in South America. I'm probably way off on that. But I don't. I know that there were bigger deer, wolves, things like that in Europe, in Asia. But it almost seems like the Southern Hemisphere wasn't as affected as the Northern Hemisphere was. Again, I could be wrong. It could just be less information, less data. Because how are you going to find stuff in the Amazon?
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's hard
the
to
stuff
even
that they're
see,
finding with
like,
LiDAR, where
when
these
is it-
massive cities that they never knew about, you'd never see it.
Right.
I have an
Never,
idea
because
of
of
how
all
to
the growth that just
get
overtakes
around not
everything
being
there.
able to see through the jungle. Clear cut that shit. Burn it. Hipster princess,
rid
you
of
with
it.
me?
Burn
Let's
it.
just burn the Amazon. And all the animals in there. We'll eat them.
Yep. Take out the Amazon so we can.
Al Gore didn't kill them,
learn
but
about
he did
the
document them
history.
all when he invented the internet. No! No, burn the Amazon! Bad, uncle. Don't worry, we're not really condoning burning the Amazon. We do not. I am a fan of oxygen.
Not by any means. Me too.
Yeah,
I like
slowly
it.
rusting
Even
us.
if it is trying to kill us.
Some of us would call that
Slowly
rust.
oxidizing
Some of
our
us would use the technical terms like Devin does. Yay, trees! Yay, trees! The Ents. Do you think that's what the Amazon's full of?
Oh,
Ents?
tree beard.
They're just talking to each other really slowly.
I hope so.
Oh,
Yeah, and whenever we
Devin.
cut down like massive areas of trees,
Devin.
tree beard's just like, some of those trees are. What?
Let's think about this. Ents.
I'll try.
Trees that talk to each other, but over a very slow period of time, so we don't even realize they're talking, correct?
Yep.
What if there is a
I hope
rock
you're going where I think.
kind of Ent?
Yes.
And we know... Yeah, there is if you watch
The
Story.
Hobbit.
Yeah. So what if our friend, the old man of the mountain, is the rock form of an Ent? And he used to just slowly talk and nobody could hear him.
And he got fed up
Just
with us
gone,
not being able
man.
to respond back, so he just up and left.
That would be weird that
Hopped on his buddy's spaceship.
a
and
rock
took
ant would
off.
come from outer space. Well,
Who says he
Oh.
came from outer space? Maybe
That's
he just has
viable.
friends from outer space. Yeah. Yeah. Although it wouldn't really be that
like
weird.
that was the
if a
creation of
ant
life
came
when
from outer
an
space.
asteroid hit
Think
and
about
it actually created rock creatures first. Got carried along,
Or just the rock creature came
panspermia
from
style,
space.
deposited on the Earth.
Yeah.
Awful movie. Are you? Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you saying the Never-Ending
Which one?
Story is an awful movie? And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get Hipster Princess pretty mad at you.
See, I'm hoping voiceless person isn't.
I doubt
talking
she would
about
even
Lord of the
bother
Rings.
watching that. If she's saying Never-Ending Story, we've got real serious problems up in this chat.
We'll have real serious problems on this chat if she.
Answer why.
This person
Answer why
is talking about Lord of the Rings. So I feel like there
Uh-oh.
might be someone else in chat that might have a problem. Because I know
Listen.
I will. I will.
If I am subjected to watching Atreyu watch that horse go down in the swamp.
Oh, no.
What was the horse's name? Hipster Princess, do you remember the horse's name? Got stuck in the swamp. Oh, damn. Oh, no, 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 no.
There it
no.
is. There it is.
Oh,
I wish we
live
had the
stream it, just
copyright to
Mystery
Neverending
Science
Stories where we
Theater
just stream
3000, that
or
shit.
set Not on.
Oh, she's steaming mad. Steaming mad. I will
Got
say
steam coming
this.
out her nose holes.
There is one level you could go that would make her even angrier with you right now. If you said The Princess Bride is a bad movie. If you have the nerve to say The Princess Bride is a bad movie, you may not ever hear from Hipster Princess again.
I think I'll stop this
Whoa,
podcast
I won't.
forever. If
We'll just
that-
ban our mod. We're like, sorry.
But I'll never be able to do another podcast episode
not,
without that in my head, so I'll have to stop.
I'm saying nothing more. Oh, I think that means The Princess Bride is a bad movie in her eyes, too. I kind of admire her balls for doing that. That's kind of impressive to take us on about that movie. Oh, snap.
Voiceless person has big balls.
Not saying that. No, but not saying that
man.
is also an admission of saying that. Because you never said, oh, no, that's a good movie. I like that one.
It's true.
Mm-mm.
You're not defending.
Movies have really put a damper on things tonight. Us fighting about The Village and M. Night Shyamalan being a shitty director.
It was a good movie.
See, yep, it's still taking a side.
For like half his movie.
The wrong side, I might say. The wrong side. All right, we're coming up on 3 hours. Now, this is where we say that we're going to... I'm pleading the fifth. No, it's way too late. That nonsense. That ship has sailed. We're about to say we're going to go.
Yeah, you're
and
done for.
You know what's going to happen.
Dunsky. Yeah, I do. I do.
I have.
It's already kind of
So,
started too. Did you notice?
Anyone who's just coming in, hello. You've missed almost 3 hours of riveting talk.
The email.
Spanning
the email.
topics as China killing us from the moon, the sun trying to destroy us, Bandersnatch tracking us, Amazon killing us with robots. What else? Confirmed.
It's all happening, folks. You heard it.
Confirmed
Here
robots. Robot army
Confirmed.
being
TFOD
launched
confirmed.
by Amazon to kill us all. Hypersonic missiles from China,
Thank
which
for your
it sounds
confirm.
like the most fanciful thing, and it's actually the most real thing that we've said.
Yeah, actually,
It
out of
really does.
everything we
You
just said,
hit
that's
the nail on the head.
actually
It sounds like a supervillain weapon. Yeah. He's gonna be on his yacht and he's gonna be like, all right,
Pop out and be like, oh.
hit him with the hypersonic missile. What? Did we even have that? I always
Mr.
talk
Luther, what are
crazy.
you talking?
That's my thing, man.
Talking crazy, Mr. Luther.
Engage!
Hypersonic
Like, you
missile,
don't engage it, you
engage.
shut up! I said engage.
I said engage.
6 viewers. The count is going up because we want to go because we're tired. I hate that.
That's what happens. Every time we're just like, all right, that was good. We're done.
Do us a favor, anyone who's here, click
Viewership
follow,
just
even if you're never going to watch this
skyrockets.
again. Go click on any of our links that we just posted. Send us an email telling
Please
us you
do.
hate us, how much we suck. We like those. Yeah.
Those are
We
the
actually
ones-
like ones
those
with
are the ones I look
topics to talk about much better, but we'll take anything we can get. Look for changes coming up to the videos that we're going to be posting. I'm going to try to make them a little bit better for people. Our new podcast is up. tfodcast.com. Podbean. I don't even know that link. Discord.
If
Let's
you
put
use
that out there.
Discord, I don't. That's not.
I'm sorry.
Has not been added to our social. But if you go down to our panels,
I have to
you
remember
just
to
click
do
on
that.
it.
I'm so
And if you got
bad.
Discord, bam, invite.
Chatbot's on our
Yeah,
side.
because chatbot's on your side
Our
now.
side. Chatbot fights for us. Thank you to everyone who hung out with us. Hipster Princess, Rhymes with Panda, Slamming Your Grandma. Remsen, we didn't have Bowel Movement Man tonight. That's kind of sad. No cool name. Didn't have cool name.
Yeah, what happened to Bowel Movement?
Imagine a cool name.
Oh, imagine. Yeah.
Remsen stopped in, gave
Yep.
us some good stuff.
I was kind of bummed by that one, but that's okay.
Voiceless Person abused us.
Yep.
Yes.
As always, that's what I look
Should
forward
just
to the
abuse
most.
us some
to go through. I can't wait for this person to abuse me on Wednesday night. 8 p.m. at twitch.tv/think for your die. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not the one who said that one.
Apologize. Yeah, we will be back next
Oh,
Wednesday,
no,
same
don't
bat
apologize.
time, same
I
bat
don't
channel.
think
No nipples. No. None
What?
nipples.
None?
Wait, that's what you're here. You're here for nipples?
This is an atrocity.
Oh, I love the delay in chat to just make some awkward comments. It's so great.
That or
No, I didn't mean nipples.
Yeah.
I meant that's what I'm here for, to abuse you.
no. Voice.
Whoa.
Voiceless
Don't
person
kink
he
shame
is
that
here
either.
To abuse our nipple.
Nope. No, we're a judgment-free channel.
I don't kink shame.
We're much like Planet Fitness. I did mean nipples.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. No, that's
I
what
mean,
she's here
just-
for. Nipples.
Not abusing them?
If asked nicely.
Okay, but is she abusing them?
If not, they're just like bitten or pinched hard, not in a fun, playful way. In a I'm gonna rip them off type way. Mm-hmm. No, it's not fun for anybody.
Ugh.
Well,
it's not my thing.
Unless that's your thing.
Not the receiving end, anyways.
Okay. So
could be.
Social one more time. I can do it. I believe I can fly.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Oh,
I can do it 9 times.
Hipster Princess. You want to do the like
I believe
see no evil, hear no evil thing. How about New Year's Eve? With the cup comment during beer pong with your sister. You may have, because it scarred me for my life.
Did I miss something that night? Oh, I remember.
Oh, I'll tell you in the
you
debrief.
Complaining about it, but I don't remember what was said.
Yeah, I think Hipster Princess and I are still trying to like get it out of our heads. I don't think it will. Yeah, we are not. Yeah. I regretted being there at that point. I had regrets when I got there and realized that like my older sister and nobody else was there. I was like, I am kind of the awkward old man sitting in this house right now, and I don't really want to be here. And then that happened. Yeah, because I went and hid in a chair out in the.
You were good. You were good. You were good.
Yeah, Sonia and I were both kind of doing the same thing. If we sink
Sonia was
low
happy
enough
that
into
you were
this
there.
piece of furniture, we're not really here. Perfect. I mean, I surprised my niece 30 minutes after I was there. That's how invisible I became. Yeah.
This sounds.
No, there's no
That
alcohol.
sounds right.
There's no drinking
though,
in my family.
especially when alcohol is.
Okay, that's it. I mean it. We're really gonna go now. Thank you again to everybody. Please share everything you can. Helps. Anything you can do helps us. We're trying.
And like Kevin said, even if you don't plan on coming back,
Yeah.
please hit that follow button. It helps us out. It gets us closer to 50. That's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for 50 because then we become.
You
Twitch
guys can hit the
affiliates.
little
We
button
can
that
start
says
making money off of
subscribe at that
subscriptions.
point.
It'll be great.
Unless you have Amazon Prime, then it doesn't cost you shit.
Yeah, you pay us $5 a month.
And we say you can use that anywhere. So go give it to
And then
another
it's a
streamer
free
until we have
subscription,
a
but we still
subscription
get
button.
paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for now, please
Till we get
hit that follow
50.
button. Just until we get 50.
Nice. Good.
I did notice we got
Emails.
2 followers already tonight, earlier, actually.
We may have hit
we
a
got the
new
emails.
high on simultaneous
Emails.
chatters
Emails.
too. So
What? The emails.
that could be a good thing. Mhm.
I think we did. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
We will talk to you next Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Dear Teapot. Dear Teapot. Dear Tide Pod. Norbert Haug. John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media. tfodcast@gmail.com. Dear Teapot. Dear Teapot. Dear Tide Pod. Norbert Haug, John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media. tfodcast@gmail.com. Dear Teapot, Dear Teapod, Dear Typod, Norbert Haug, John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media. tfodcast@gmail.com. Dear Teapot, Dear Teapod, Dear Typod, Norbert Haug, John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media. tfodcast@gmail.com. Dear Teapot, Dear Teapod, Dear Typod, Norbert Haug, John Goodman in a leather jacket. Think free or die. The truth is out there. The old man of the mountain was abducted. Down Tuck and Roll Media.